Welcome everybody to our latest session of the Rise of Tiamat. As usual, we'll do a quick recap of what occurred last week, and then we will get started with tonight's session. So, you guys picked up last week as you found yourself in this long, narrow area where there were plants on either side of the long tunnel-ish type of approach. You guys were examining this area, realized that you could walk through the center area, and did a little bit of examination, eventually discovered that one of these plants, or these plants all actually sort of in the budding area where the flowers are produced, actually had pearls in them. Once one of those pearls was picked up by Hugo, the plants began to attack. So they actually animated and attacked the group. The group did what they could fighting against these plants. Some people got grabbed up by the plants, pulled closer, got bit. It seemed as though these plants magically, obviously, had these sort of maws that they could bite people. So this occurred for a while as the team was doing what they could to avoid the worst of these plants, throwing out some AoEs. We had Kurtu throwing out some fireball, or actually wall of fire at least. I don't know if he did a fireball as well, but good bet when it comes to Kurtu. But either way, you guys had the north area eventually cleared, burning those creatures down, staying out of their reach as best you could, which made you realize that they couldn't get you. So once the ones to the north burnt down, you guys then carefully, through disengage action at the start and end of the path, made your way to the other side, and with Pearl in hand, you guys exited and eventually found yourself back at the sundial. Once you arrived at the sundial, you examined it a bit more and eventually sat on the sundial in order to take yourself to the next sundial, which essentially made you fall from the sky. Unbeknownst to the party, but known to the players, Roland had just done this just moments before. As he arrived at the sundial, looked around, eventually sat on the sundial after doing a little bit of investigation. He found himself falling, used some magic to slow his descent. The magic was canceled midway through. He used more magic to slow the descent. So as he waited there and the rest of the team started descending, all the player characters as well as Harmony in the shape of an axebeak, as she had wild shape there back when fighting the plants, and he used some slow fall again to allow the group to descend and get to the ground safely. Once everybody was at the ground safely and discussed with Roland, basically, hey, welcome back, what's going on, where can we go next kind of deal, the team realized after looking at the sundial that it seemed as though the shadows pointed in every single direction, and you guys were able to deduce that last time the shadows, if they pointed in two directions, essentially to solve that puzzle, you had to go in between the two areas it was pointing. So once it was pointing in every direction, there didn't seem to be any obvious way to go. So again, the logic still followed. You had to go in between those pointings, and that ended up being pushing through the hedge maze. So as you guys push through the hedge maze, Roland first, along with, I feel like Harmony went along with him while others remained behind. The team found themselves in a smaller version of the maze that they had just recently come through. This looked to be a hedge maze of sorts, and as the team began moving through it, again, Harmony and Roland at first, they were greeted with a Gorgon charging them, a metallic bull that charged and breathed out some petrifying breath. As the breath came across our player characters, some of them began to turn to stone, but luckily so far no one's fully turned to stone, as I don't believe anybody on the team has any way of reversing that. That could be pretty bad. But eventually the other player characters who were remaining a bit behind and then decided to push through the hedge there as well found themselves in the same area. At one point during this fight, the team was able to notice that when the Gorgon breathed out this petrifying gas, there was a diamond left behind on the ground. Nobody had an opportunity to pick it up, or chose not to pick it up, deciding to do other things. And when the Gorgon's turn came back around, the diamond on the ground melted into nothingness. The team was able to then defeat the Gorgon and get a little bit of a breath themselves as they sort of started walking around, seeing if there was any exits from this place. There did not seem to be. However, shortly thereafter, another Gorgon seemed to be moving through this hedge maze. And a particular advantage to the Gorgon is that when it moves through, the walls, the hedge maze walls, seemingly just give way for it while they remain steadfast and hold up solidly against the player characters. This allows the Gorgon to move, charging through walls and getting behind cover then, that others seemingly can't get through or can't even penetrate at all. Once this second Gorgon appeared, the team realized that they must need to grab onto this diamond the next time that it appears, and that would be their way out. So sure enough, it breathed out once again, and the diamond wasn't spotted immediately as there was no one really close to the area, but as Spectre made her way around and got somewhat close to it, she eventually did see the diamond. As other team members started getting closer and there was shouting out of, hey, it's right there, the diamond, I believe, was ultimately picked up by Gale, if I remember correctly. I know there was a big internal debate about should he set his sword down or not, but I'm sure you guys will correct me if I'm wrong here. But one of the team members has the diamond, and the Gorgon is still in the process of trying to kill the characters, but they have the diamond, and a path opened in the southwest corner once the diamond was picked up. That's the path that Spectre can see and has sort of been pushing everybody in that direction, or calling for them to go in that direction. And that is where we ended. So, team, that's my quick recap of what occurred last week. Does anybody else have anything to add?
Yeah, so it was Gale, and he was vexed because I was running out of free actions and everything else to get to it, so I dropped a sword on the ground, reluctantly, and then got the diamond, and then Hugo's next turn, he picked it up for me.
Yes, how could I forget that? Right, go ahead and take inspiration, Gale. So right now, Hugo has the incredibly impressive dragon slaying sword and probably eyeing it a little bit close. I'm wondering if he wants to give it back to Gale or not. But yeah, good addition. Anybody else? Okay, hearing nothing else, I assume the group is ready to go then. So team, let's go ahead and get you back over to the map and pick up where we left off. Okay, we are at the top of the order, and it is Spectre's turn. Let's go ahead and get on some more up-tempo music here for our hopeful exit out of this area.
Is it dark? Because all I see is black with my token.
It is not dark. That was me doing some prep for another part of this map. One moment.
Okay.
Oh, it's not over?
I thought we were so close.
Big spoiler, some other part of this map is not lit up. Alright, there we are. Okay, Spectre, take it away.
Alright, what's the plan, boys? Are we running?
We gotta run out of here.
Okay. Well, Gale has the diamond, so I don't really want to run into some bullshit situation where I go through this door and because you don't have the diamond, you respawn back in the fucking maze and have to do all this shit over again. So what I'm gonna do is, if I see the party behind me heading this way, turns are semi-simultaneously, so I feel like fucking Gale is like close enough behind me. So I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Oh, hey, Roland, how's it going? That is my movement, and then I will use my bonus action dash to go. What do I see through the hole? Is it like a straight path, or is it like one of those?
It's a very narrow path, so imagine that the hedge has opened up, maybe only 3 feet wide, so you can definitely move through without difficulty. You notice that there is a wall right through here, and there is a narrow corridor that turns to the south from here.
How far down?
So essentially where you're at right now, if you were to choose to walk through the path, you'd be going 5 feet west, and that would take you through the wall, and then you'd be in that narrow corridor.
I think I gotta. If the team is heading this direction, I will go 5 feet west and see what happens.
Okay, you go 5 feet west, stepping through the hedge, and find yourself here.
Okay, looking back, do I see the opening still?
You do not.
Wonderful.
It is though the hedge has closed completely to you.
Well, that is I probably should have expected that. So, with nowhere else to go, I'm not going to stand right here in case the others are piling through, in case this is some magical shit, so I will keep going a little bit. So, 10. Now, what the hell is that?
You see a long area that stretches out before you to the east. So this is a 10-foot wide path. Stretches out. You can see hedge on one side of you and this large cobblestone wall on the other side. Off in the distance, you notice on the ground this swirling bluish magic seems to be taking effect. And beyond that, rising up over the hedge walls in the back, you see the tower.
Well, I can't quite get there. I could if I double dashed, but I feel like leaving the party behind is a bad idea, especially because I don't know what's ahead of me through whatever this is, so I'm gonna keep going. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and then I will action dodge, I suppose.
Okay. All right, Kurtu begins scampering away, and then he will also dash, taking him to there. Gale.
Hugo, diamond for my sword. Make trade now.
It's so pretty looking, though. Look at it. Hugo's just sort of staring at the sword a little bit.
It's his precious.
Alright, yeah.
Very good.
So
Now
I will
follow
say
me.
This is interact with object for both of you to do a swap as you're right next to each other.
Excellent. Ruling. Very well. Follow me. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20. And then I guess the hole's this way, Adam, to my left.
It is to your west, yes. Would you like to walk through it?
Yeah, I have one more step. Yeah. I think that's my 60. No bonus action or anything, but I will end my turn.
Okay, Hugo.
Okay. Hugo looks back at Harmony. And sees that she is hurt. You're pretty hurt, huh? He will... I'm scared of that thing coming out and killing her and not being able to get her. So he will cast haste on Harmony.
Okay, go ahead and burn that slot.
And then begin moving the way. And just say, hurry up, follow behind.
No problem.
Oh, yeah, okay. So you can get to... Wait, sorry. You zoomed out.
If your speed is 30, it looks like you went 10 too far in my estimation.
Yeah, so you can get to right here. And he'll just sort of keep an eye back there to make sure the thing doesn't come out again. I guess I can't save a bonus action to do anything with it, but it just says, keep your eyes peeled.
Okay, on the Gorgon's turn. Harmony, go ahead and roll me a d6, please.
Let's go Rolo. Oh.
It's not rolling low.
All right. The Gorgon...
Is that bad?
The Gorgon charges to here, and as it does, it unleashes its petrifying breath. You notice that as the breath swings out from it, the hedge walls all drop, becoming non-barriers at all as the cone strikes into both Hugo and Roland. I'll need both of you to make Constitution saving throws.
You guys
Okay.
are so good at this. You got it.
Can I use my reaction to add a hero point to this?
You can, yes.
I'm gonna do the same, Adam.
Okay.
Screw it. Let's throw a flash of genius on it too.
Probably wise.
Oh, I can't. I can only use one because they're both a reaction. Okay, no,
roll
not bad.
succeeds. And Hugo succeeds as well, thanks to that hero point. All right.
It's back here.
Paragon continues moving as we move to Roland's turn.
God dang it. Right in fucking front of me. That substantially changes my plans. I guess not too much. For my action, Adam, instead of dashing this turn, I guess I'm going to disengage, and I'm going to make my way to here. And is Kurtu, did he just run into a dead end, or is this where that tunnel is?
You almost
thought I was supposed to
can't
spectre
even
go this
see
way.
it from where you're standing at the moment, but you notice Kurtu looking that way, keeping in mind this all happens within the same 6 seconds. So I imagine you notice Kurtu's like in the process of trying to walk to the west.
Okay, cool. So I've got, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I've got 10 more feet of movement. Can I just skirt past Kurtu in front of him?
You can. Is that what you'd like to do?
Yes, please.
All right, you push past Kurtu, get into this other space. You are now sharing this space with Gale. You said you have no more movement. Is that right? So just as an FYI, if you end your turn here, you will fall prone.
I understand, but
There you are.
as I kind of like run into Gale, and then I kind of like it accidentally clicks in this giant like medallion shaped gemstone that he has on his left breastplate, and it goes woo, and he starts to vibrate, and it casts Expeditious Retreat, but that'll be at 2nd level because I'm out of 1st, Adam.
Okay.
And that's a bonus action. So I'm gonna deduct that spell slot now. And that allows me to
Take another
dash. Yep, and I will get past Spectre. And he's like full on Forrest Gump sprint.
What is your
But
speed?
It's 35 when I have the lightning.
Is that like crazy, or is that 50 you just moved?
Was it 50? It might have been.
Yeah.
Sorry.
35. No, you're good. I take it there.
That I unclicked my right clicker. That's what it was, and I went 35 from where. My bad.
No worries. You're all set. Okay, we move to Armony's turn. Armony, you are currently sped up. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
I would like to run. And what do I see here? There's some sort of break in the...
From where you're standing, you don't see any break in the hedge anywhere.
Hugo's like, they're down this way, though. They're running that way.
Where is he pointing? I couldn't see any of this.
Towards Kurtu.
Okay. Shoot. How many was that? 5?
5, yeah.
So I can dash 3 times?
So what is your base speed? Let's start with that.
40.
Okay, so now it's 80. So you've moved 25. You get to move 55 more before your movement is done.
You have 11 squares.
But... Okay.
If after that you want to dash again, you could, and then you could dash a third time, second time technically if you wanted to.
So when I get to here, do I see any?
You do. You notice just west of Kurtu is a break in the hedge that you could technically walk through.
Okay, I'm gonna head for that.
Okay, so you move. I'll move you through the hedge. As you walk through the hedge, you get to there. Based on my calculation, you have 3 squares left on your first speed. You push into Gale here, and this is where you find yourself. Okay, 1 more square to go. Alright, so now you finish your movement, and you have a action, and then the special haste action as well, if you wish to take them.
Okay, I'm going to use Preserve life. No, wait. Am I doing the right one? Preserve life?
The channel divinity from Life Cleric?
Yes. And actually, no. It's... Oh, man. I wish it didn't have that half limit. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold an action to attack anything that comes through the break in the hedge that I just went through.
Okay, you ready in action to attack any enemies that you see coming through. Alright, move to the top of the round with Spectre.
Alright, seeing the team behind me and kind of booking it. Armony's hasted. Roland is expeditiously retreating. Following me, and I'm going to go for it. Can you describe what this magic swirly shit looks like again?
It's a circle on the ground that you can see blue magical energy swirling around on the ground there. Just past it, you see the hedge again.
Okay, so I don't see a break in the hedge or anything that would get to the tower. This is not something I have to jump over or anything. It's just...
Well, I can't answer that, but I can say you don't see any breaks from where you're at right now.
That's what I'm fishing for. Okay, so, well, someone's got to be the guinea pig. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Bonus action dash. 5, 10, 15, 20. Am I close enough to, maybe see around the edges here? Or is this just a dead end with a...
As best you can tell, this is a dead end. The only thing you see of remark is the circle of magic on the ground, and then you can see the actual tower past the hedge towering over you just to the east.
Okay, but we learned a while ago that trying to cheese through, getting over the hedges or anything isn't going to work from that silver dragon guy or whatever he said, so I'm going to YOLO it. I go into the magic. What happens to me? Am I dead?
Well, let's find out. You're going to appear here. Alright, so as you appear there, the walls of this chamber bear exotic geometric designs representing feathers, eagles, and snakes, all rendered in a style you've never seen before. To one side of the room, a human female is sprawled face down in a pool of blood. She is dressed like a high-ranking member of the Cult of the Dragon.
Okay, I'm in a building? Is that what I'm looking at?
You are indeed, yes. You're looking around, you see walls all around you. You can see just to your west and your east, these are balconies. They're about 8 feet high or so, so if you wanted to do some effort, you could probably get up there without too much challenge, but there is area underneath the balconies. You can't really see well, but you could walk under them as well. You see this table, you can see that there are some racks and stuff in the back side of the room, and you still see the teleportation circle, that you assume that's what it is, obviously, that it just brought you here. You see that on the ground, and you also notice, on a quick glance just behind you, there is a metal plate on the wall with some symbols.
Neat. Looking at the balconies, does it look like... Is there a railing, or does it look like someone could be up there and seeing me from down here? I don't think I see anyone up there, but does it look like they would have an easy way to see me from that position?
from where you're at, and a quick guess, you're assuming if they could see you, you'd be able to see them at least a little bit.
Okay. I want to slip under the balcony to my west here and action hide, hoping that the rest of my party is close behind me.
Okay, I will assume you are under the balcony. How much? You said 10 feet you wanted to go?
Yeah.
Okay, you are under the balcony.
Okay, and is this lighting thing just
It's because of the dynamic lighting. So if you want,
so
I can put you
still
like
see
here.
I can still see the room, right? I can be where you put me. I just want to know where my vision's at.
Yep, yeah. So you can still see the room. Yep.
All right, I'm chilling.
All right, Kurtu will start making his way through and rushing as far as he can, and then Gale.
Come follow us. Follow the voice. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can I walk there or no?
You can.
Good. And then I will dash again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Where did I'm gonna ask Roland and Harmony, where did Spectre go?
He jumped in the blue circle.
Okay.
Harmony's looking at the hedge.
Alright, so we go to big circle. I have to wait until next turn though, because I just actioned and that dashed action and moved. 5, 10, 15, 20. No, I can't even.
Okay, Hugo.
Okay. I hate to burn spells like this, but let me double check one thing. Oh yeah, I can't even do it because of haste. Okay, so Hugo's just gonna run after everybody. Goes to here.
All right,
You
once you get
see-
to here, you notice a narrow opening on the west part of the hedge there.
Yeah, he sees the Gorgon there too, and he's like, "Oh no!" And he just keeps running and runs into the opening as a dash action.
Okay, 5 feet will take you there. As you step through the hedge, you look back just at a glance, and you see that it is completely closed. And folks, we are out of combat.
All right.
Hurry, we have to jump into the big circle to help our friend Spectre.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll jump in.
Roland will go ahead and jump in too.
Well, what'd you do that for?
All right, Roland and Gale, as you step in, you find yourself transported and find yourself in this other location. You notice that there are balconies on either side of the room here.
Okay, I'm gonna search. Are you guys gonna come through? I'll let you guys get here if you want.
Yeah. If a minute passes, haste stops. So
Yeah, I'm tracking it loosely.
Harmony is going to cast Healing Word on herself before she goes in. She's a little apprehensive about the swirling blue circle.
Okay.
yeah. Could Hugo actually make an Arcana check? I mean, out of game, I know it just teleported Spectre, but in game,
Good.
who
If you
knows?
wanted to step up and examine it, you could certainly do that.
I'd like to try if it doesn't seem like it's in danger of closing.
I mean, just at a glance, you don't get that impression, no.
Okay. So yeah, he'll try to make an Arcana check if that's cool.
Yeah, give me a blind check. I would say based on the sigils on the ground that you see here and the magic that seems to be swirling off of them, it's almost as though these sigils are floating into the air in an ephemeral kind of presence. Yeah, you very strongly believe this to be a teleportation circle.
It's a teleport, Kurtu.
So Bless
Hugo
won't
jumps
help
in.
you on that one, Harmony, because remember, that's only when you hear other people.
Oh, okay.
All right, Hugo, you jump through the blue circle, and you are also transported here.
Watch your step.
Oh.
Harmony,
Before
you
you-
notice Kurtu steps up, and he looks to here, and he looks around, and he says, "Ah, You guys go through. It seems safe here, so I'm gonna wait here for now.
AKA,
Alright.
he's not. He
Godspeed.
didn't respond.
All right,
Harmony-
you step through and also find yourself here.
Army, there's dead body here. We figured that you should look and find cause of death and examine body for stuffs.
I'm gonna pull out my healer's kit and make an assessment of the situation.
I'm gonna look at Hugo while she does this, and I'm gonna say, "You think this is the guy we saw? What's his name? Fight?"
Now that the gang's all here, can I come out from under the balcony? I'm stuck.
You can. You step out from underneath the balcony.
Jesus.
You mean the guy that got tumbled off the balcony?
Oh,
All right,
maybe.
So quick couple things just to set the tone here. This area has 10-foot high ceilings. There is light coming through both narrow windows built into the walls, and you notice that there are magical lamps fastened at different areas around the room that are also giving off light. So this whole room is brightly lit.
Nothing surprises me anymore, Adam.
And you could
Literally.
See those narrow windows from the outside of the tower.
I'm sorry, did you ask if you could see the windows from outside the tower?
Yeah, like do they match?
You did not. Nope, when you looked at the tower, you never saw windows from the hedge maze.
Okay.
Hugo's gonna go look out the windows.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we?
It is-
Can you describe the? What are the I wasn't in the room. So what's the balconies? And like I think as Spectre asked, could you describe the balconies a bit more? Should I be worried about enemy fire from up there?
Sure. Let me take these one at a time. So first, Hugo, you go up to the window. Go ahead and throw me a blind check. Harmony, you begin to examine this body on the ground before you, and suddenly this wave of lethargy just goes right through you as the haste spell wears off. You find yourself almost like in a cold sweat that lasts for a very brief moment, and then it fades away and you feel like your normal self once again. Feel free to throw me a blind check for your medicine check to examine this body. Okay, so Hugo, looking out the window, it's very narrow, only perhaps 3 inches wide or so for a window. Very strange kind of design. You can see through the window that there is a hedge maze down below, so it does indeed match, similar at least to what you saw before, but again, the way that you're looking is kind of odd. You don't notice anything of note other than the hedge maze itself. Like you don't see the sundial, you don't see any of the areas of the hedge maze that you were in before. You just see like meandering hedges.
Okay. Do I see the town
You do not.
past? Okay.
No, it almost looks like the hedge maze goes on forever and ever and ever, and then you can't see so that far away. It just kind of drifts off into continuing, never-ending hedge maze. Okay, for the next piece of information, just giving this room description once again, the walls of this chamber bear exotic geometric designs representing feathers, eagles, and snakes, all rendered in a style you've never seen before. To one side of the room, a human female is sprawled face down in a pool of blood. She is dressed like a high-ranking member of the cult of the dragon. These balconies, which are represented by the vision blockers in the southwest and southeast corners of the room, are 8 feet high, and they have railings on them, so for where you're standing right now, you cannot see to the top of the balconies. They don't look like they would be difficult to climb, but if somebody was at the edge of the balcony looking down, you're sure that you'd at least be able to see their chest and head, for example. You don't think that there's any way that people could be, aside from magic, watching you without you being able to see them.
Alright, just for theater of mind or whatever, I'm going to, while they're doing the busy work, I'm just going to step here and I'll be underneath the balcony as well. That sounds like a safe spot.
Okay.
Also, just to clarify, Harmony's good berries, they're +3 or +4?
I think we said 4 last time. Is that?
That
It's because
sounds right.
they're first level spell, right? So it's 1 and then plus the 2 plus the level of the spell from their thingamajiggy.
Right, so 1 base plus 3 from the special ability.
I'm gonna eat one.
Okay. All right, Harmony, as you're examining the body that is sprawled out here before you, you can tell that this woman is clearly slain, and surprisingly, don't ask me how in the world anybody would actually know this, but it's right from the module, so I'll do my best trying to make it sound realistic. You know that this person was killed by a dragon-tooth dagger. Dragon-tooth daggers are fashioned from the tooth of a dragon, and somehow you're able to tell that this is a dragon tooth and not any other kind of tooth. And for sure, they were killed
she
by
has
a
those
dragon-tooth
plastic cracks that form from the skin when the dragon tooth pierces it. So
perfect.
that's
Love
how I
it.
can tell.
Is there anything on her possessions that might be good?
Yeah, when the guy who was calling out to us was attacked, did we get a good look at his attacker? Like, does she...
I wouldn't say a good look, but I would say good enough to know that this is not her.
Okay.
But
I will loot her body.
All right, you begin shaking down the corpse, rifling through pockets, that sort of thing. You only find a small few odds and ends. A quill you find a small inkwell in her pouch on her side, and 2 gold pieces. Other than that, she has nothing of interest.
I'm going to pocket all of that.
Okay.
well, it's a very specific description of the murder weapon here, but realistically, it has to be the guy that we saw. I mean, even if this isn't the person we saw that time, who else within here would be killing their own members, right?
Well, I'm presuming she fell from this balcony, not... Oh, you mean like...
Well,
There's a number of people here?
She
maybe.
was killed by another cultist with a dragon tooth.
It's a dangerous cult. I don't put it past them to be killing each other.
Well, there's 2 things I can think of. I mean, either it's the guy, I can't remember his name, maybe one of you know, or there's something in this tower the wizard left behind that maybe makes them attack each other.
Where's Kurtu? Let's test it out.
Either way, that's a teleportation circle, right, Hugo?
What is?
The thing that we used to get here.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call it a teleportation circle. This is more of a one-to-one energy transporter.
Do you think that's what they use to travel around within the tower? Because it does not look like there's doors in here, unless I'm blind. With a passive perception of 9, Roland might actually be blind, though.
It's possible. I mean, someone could go through it and see. But why don't we get someone up on these balconies first? Because there might be doors on the upside there.
Yeah, we haven't seen upstairs.
What around those bins where Army's at?
Sure, you guys want to
think
take
they're
some time
shelved.
to look around that area?
I'm wondering if we try to take a short rest here. If people are up for it.
Oh, we can. We're not in any hurry, right? I mean, we're in the tower now.
Well, the hurry would be getting to Iskander before his fellow cultists kill him, but we kind of been around in the maze for a long time, so my money's on he's already dead.
He's either safe or he's kaput.
I don't want to be crass, but I know people personally that can speak with dead bodies. We just need his body more than we need him, right?
Yeah, works for me. I don't really care about him. I want the dragon mask.
Well, that dragon tooth dagger sounds pretty interesting.
So, Arnie, as you examine this area and look around, you notice that on these shelves there are some odds and ends. It looks like some cutlery sets. You notice that there are some cups, there are some small saucers, there are like little coffee cups. So it looks like a dining set is established here. They all are of a style that you're not familiar with, like even the design on them, the little floral arrangements and so forth. They look very exotic to your eye.
Should we have a feast?
I
If you
mean,
guys want to rest, we should go under the balcony, and I do not mind.
well, I'm all right. I think I might have a seat in one of these chairs. Rest. But, Spectre, could you climb up there and see what's on those balconies?
Yeah, probably.
I'll go on to maybe one of the other ones, whichever one Spectre does it. And Adam, I don't know what Spectre's going to look for, but for me, I'm going to see if maybe I can find, I'm thinking button, switch, lever, something that would like activate, and I don't want to click it, I just want to see if I can find it, if that makes sense.
On the balcony?
I guess I'll start. Well, if we're going to do a short rest, I'll have an hour, so I guess I'll give the entire room a thorough look through. I don't really get anything on a short rest, so.
Okay, is that you guys' plan to spend an hour here taking a short rest?
That is up to the people who are injured or can recover stuff.
I'm down for a short rest, but I will defer to if people feel the time constraint is too long to spend an hour. Then I'm down to press on too. But
well, our healer is significantly injured, so I think it's beneficial to us that the one person who could save our lives is not near death.
If the healer dies, the raid dies.
Yeah. So I guess I vote for a short rest then in that case too. Yeah, I agree with that.
Then let's get under the balcony in case someone peers over the ledge.
Why are you? I don't understand why you're so scared, Gale.
I am not scared. I am precautious.
Why don't you just go?
When I soloed the Gorgon, did I look scared to you?
Why don't you just sit on the balcony, like climb up there and stand there, and then you can see.
Because we are going to wait until our group is fully rested next time we press on. So it's not hard to explain.
Yeah, but you're in the same room. You're not leaving the room.
That we know of. That we know of. There might be 2 teleportation circles at the balconies.
Spectre was just up there. Spectre, are there circles up there?
Spectre climbs up. Spectre has climbed up quite yet. All right, Spectre, you managed to climb up without too much difficulty, finding yourself at the top of the balcony. Looking around, you don't see anything of particular interest here right off the bat, except for, actually, on the ground, you do notice something a little bit strange here. You notice it looks like there is a small circle on this balcony that looks similar to the blue circle down below, but it is about half the size.
I'm not stepping on it, I'm not touching it. Is there a, you said there was a panel behind the main one, the big one down below. Is there another panel for this one?
There is not.
Okay.
Well, what'd you find?
It's something similar to the circle down there, but I'm sorry, I'm just describing it again. It's not like active or anything. It just looks like a.
It is. No, it's small. It's about half the size of the one you see down below, and it is swirling at a slower pace. The impression you get is that it's a smaller, less active, but it's still swirling.
It'll still work, probably. If
based on your
based on my
magical knowledge, sure.
Yeah. I can cast spells, just not very many, and not very good ones. Yeah, I will convey this to the party.
Well, then there you go, Roland.
Somebody
could pop through that one that Spectre found and see us down here farting around. Let's just get under the balcony. I don't see why you can't be safety conscious.
Harmony's gonna drag a chair under the balcony.
There
so
you go.
Be more comfortable.
Finally, a smart person.
That's a good idea. Hugo will do the same.
I'll sit up under this one, Adam. But now that we know where it's at, I guess I don't have to spend this time searching it. So I guess I will sit down. Actually, you know what? Oh man, I guess this is the time that you guys will see my face for the first time, because I'm going to change my armor to the Guardian armor, Adam, which I can do over a short rest.
Go ahead and post whatever ability it is for that, just so I can read the specifics. And then
Sure.
to clarify, the rest of you guys, the 4 of you are going underneath the southwest balcony to rest there, take your short rest, and then Roland, you're going underneath the southeast balcony?
Yes, yeah, and well, I guess I probably need more room, so I'll probably like lay the armor on the table while I switch it over. So I'll probably be here, if it matters, I suppose. And you'll see it's the 3rd piece of text.
Whenever you finish a short or long rest. Okay, so not until you finish the short rest. Got it.
Yep, it has to be completed.
All right, so you've taken the time to doff your armor then, and it's on the table as you have your smith's tools out and you start tinkering with it.
Yeah, but one of the benefits of this armor is you can doff it as a bonus action, or I'm sorry, let's see. Yeah, as an action. So it's basically like everything shrinks back to.
So you Iron Man click a button and it do just goes down to a small size on the table as you start tinkering with it.
Basically like a shirt, yeah, like just his breastplate essentially, and he just clips it off of him.
Okay, fair enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the balcony Dimec lighter. I'm going to move that to the GM layer. So that should allow you guys to see. I'm assuming you're all underneath the balcony at the moment. So just quick clarification that you guys can see. Okay, perfect. So feel free to move yourself under there. If somebody is up top of the balcony and you guys can't see them, I'm not going to put them on the map, right? Because we're dealing with a little bit of a technical limitation here. 3D isn't working really well on Roll20. And then, so this is where you guys are going to hang out during the short rest. And Roland, you're at the table. Is there anybody doing anything in particular during the short rest other than just relaxing?
Well, Spectre, do you need a short rest?
Possibly not. Why?
Can you just be in wait? And if anyone teleports to do that thing, you just stab them in the eyeball as soon as they come through?
Well, I'm down my kick-ass magic sword because that fucking dragon took it from me. But I can be on the other side and maybe shoot through the railing. If I go like back here, do I think I would have like a vantage point to anyone coming in on the balcony, or is the angle too bad?
I mean, it really depends. I mean, if they pop in and they're not expecting anything, you'd probably have maybe just the top of their head type shot from what you saw.
Yeah, I better do that and just be ready. I will head over here.
What about the other balcony? Have we looked on top of that one? Are there 2 circles, or is the other one just a balcony? Because then that would be a perfect spot for you to chill, and then you can snipe them balcony to balcony.
I go up on this balcony and I look to see what's happening.
All right, you climb up into that balcony, and very similarly, you notice that there is a small teleportation circle on the ground here, very similar to the one on the other balcony.
I'm going back downstairs.
All right, you make your way back downstairs.
And I will just sit over, like, here. Did we check this area? Did we make sure there was, like, no traps or hidden passages or anything? We were just looking and it was, like, cabinets and shit?
You didn't check it really in depth, just like a quick examination of what it was is what Harmony did.
I will take a minute to do that. Look for anything out of the ordinary or that kind of stuff.
Okay. Give me a blind check, please. All right, searching that area, looking for any kind of traps, anything out of the ordinary. No, there doesn't seem to be. It looks just like sets of cutlery, utensils, that kind of thing.
All right, so I turn around and I keep an eye on both balconies, and if I see a fucker spawn in, I'm going to shoot his ass.
All right, so obviously no ready actions outside of combat, but I understand what you're intending to do here. All right, and then Harmony, I see you're starting to cast the Prayer of Healing, which is a 10-minute cast.
Yeah, can I scratch that?
No, unfortunately not, because you've already clicked it and saw how much
it's
you
worth a try.
Fair enough. All right, so you begin casting that spell. Anybody else doing anything during this time? Okay, hearing nothing, let me go ahead and do a roll. Okay, so within a very short period of time, say 8 minutes or so into you guys being here, you're going to notice as there is a sudden movement, and I'm going to go ahead and lock the tokens momentarily so don't move. You guys notice 2 individuals suddenly appear from the teleportation circle. So I'm going to lock it there. As you guys are where you're at, I'm going to go ahead and start initiative order as this is all happening very quickly. And what you might choose to do or not choose to do should be in initiative order. So here goes. Okay, so as this occurs, Spectre, you are the first to react.
Yep. What do they look like? Do they look like cultists? They got like robes on? What's up with them?
Yes, the one of them does indeed look like a cultist. The other one is wearing similar attire, but in a quick glance that you see them, it looks to be more formal or maybe just nicer kind of clothing. You can't really tell. You don't see symbols instantly.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go for the one that's obviously a cultist. Which one is that?
That is the west one.
Okay. So I'm gonna step over here, and I'm going
unlock
to.
Tokens. There you go.
Do I have a clear shot over the table? It's not like fucking giant size.
I mean, it's not giant size, but if you're shooting past it, I would give them cover.
I have enough movement. I'm gonna go 10, 15, 20. That good?
Yes.
Alright. So, 3 attacks on that guy, all at advantage because he hasn't acted on combat yet because of Assassin. I'm remembering my abilities this time. I hope you're proud of me. So, here we go. I will... How long has it been since I cast Hunter's Mark on the plant thing? Has it been more than an hour?
Yes.
Okay. Let me count my spell slots. Don't really want to waste it on 2 guys. I will just... No, you know what? There's probably going to be more fighting, because if any of them gets away, like, back through the teleporter, they're going to bring reinforcements. So I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark as a bonus action on the guy on the left.
All right, go ahead and burn that slot.
Yep. And then 3 attacks at advantage at his fucking face.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
All 3 will hit.
Okay. So sneak attack on the first. So we'll do 8 plus the 5 Hunter's Mark plus 7, I suppose, unless you want to take that 12 up there.
So that first shot, the arrow strikes into this cultist, and you see he drops to the ground.
All right. Then can I say my next 2 shots go to the guy next to him?
You can, sure. So those 2 will also hit. So go ahead and post damage for those 2.
12 and then 9.
All right, those 2 arrows wound him.
Get his ass, Gale. And then
Let's capture.
I was here 5, 10, 15, 20, so I will go 25, 30, and try to get a little bit of cover behind the table. If they had cover from me, I should have cover from them.
Okay.
That's what I think. All right, so that is my turn.
Okay, Gale.
I move there, and I do as I'm told.
First slash will connect, wounding him.
And then I will do again.
That
Oof.
will miss.
Then, are they on the teleportation circle?
They are.
Can I shield bash him off it? I don't want him to flee. The bonus action.
The only way you'd be able to do that is to walk behind him and then try to shield bash him north.
Can I squeeze to his east or no? I don't want to step on the teleportation
yeah,
circle either.
you could. That's a balcony, remember? So you could step underneath it.
Oh.
But if you go to his east and push him west, he'll still be in the circle. It takes up 2 by 2 squares.
I'm just going to say, can I move? I can't move there and push him diagonal.
Yeah, you could try.
All right, let's do that. Shield bash him off the teleportation circle.
Okay.
I'm not sure. What do we do
You
with
make
that?
an
Oh, it's a
athletics
contested. Yeah.
All right, you managed to push him 5 feet back.
Great. Let's see. I moved 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yep, that's it. Bonus action. I couldn't kill him, but he's off circle.
All
No,
right.
it's his turn, and he walks back on the circle and gets the fuck out of there.
On his turn, he walks back into the circle, and as he does so, in a panic, you see he reaches out and touches one of these symbols on the plate, and you see he vanishes.
Damn it.
What symbol?
Good question. I wonder if anybody was close enough to see that.
Gale is right there.
I
Me.
was close enough. And Armin, he
You're
was
distracted casting your prayer spell, right? Roland.
I am praying.
I guess. Yeah, I guess Roland will just pick his armor back up and slide it on his chest and use his action to don it, and it just reattaches over top of him, and that'll be his action.
Okay.
Help. Turn around and be ready for anybody coming through.
Okay, Hugo.
We gotta stop that guy, right?
We got to
A
take
little
this
late for that.
body. What's in this guy's pockets is?
Isn't the other one gonna warn everybody?
Of course.
Yeah, but we don't know where he went.
We just hit the same thing.
Haven't they been seeing us coming?
But this is a great ambush spot. Just keep having them come here. We just farm them.
So Hugo hesitates then.
Gale, did you see which button he pushed?
Yes, of course I saw. It's the one that next to Hugo.
Do I believe Gale?
Maybe.
I think we should chase. I'll do. All right. I won't do it. And he just goes back and prepares.
Check his pockets is.
Yeah, drag his body off the teleporter.
Oh yeah, I'll telekinetically pull the body as a bonus action off the teleporter, and hold my action to firebolt. I guess any bad guys that appear.
Okay.
That's the end of my turn. Hugo is very torn though. He wanted to chase after that guy.
I think if there's multiple buttons on that thing, and we have no idea where he went.
Okay, Armini, you're still casting. There's not much you can do unless you want to cancel your spell. If you're still casting, you would just end your turn.
I'm going to keep casting.
All right, you're at 8 minutes and 6 seconds into the 10-minute spell. Okay, top of the round, Spectre.
All right, I go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Am I close enough to see the panel?
You can see it, yes.
Can I see, like, what does it look like? Does it have, like, multiple buttons, or is it just one big button?
Is it a metal panel, and you can see that there are different symbols carved into the stone here. As you saw it once before, but didn't spend any time like analyzing it or anything. But as you look at it carefully here, you notice that these symbols from top to bottom are a chair, a upside down L, a rectangle, a flame, a star, a square, an hourglass, and a right triangle.
That tells me so much. I'm glad we went through all of them.
He touched that one.
Does Gale actually know, or is he just memeing? Did he actually see it?
Gale, make me a blind check, please. All right, and roll me a 1d4.
Look for the button that has blood on it.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually.
Gale points to the flame.
If I look at the flame, I shot this guy twice. I don't know where. Do I see any kind of indication, like if he was like bleeding? Did he
You
like
can
blood
use your
trickle down his
action to
skin?
investigate and look for any kind of signs that have left wear on this metal panel.
Sure. Wear on the metal panel, magical residue from fucking magic activation. Sure, I'll use my action to try to discern which button he pressed.
Alright,
If that's something
blind
I can
check.
do.
All right, we'll add Flash of Genius onto that. It's hard to say. You're not sure based on what's here. There's not a whole lot that can be left behind, and you don't see any obvious blood spatterings.
God damn it. Yeah, I don't know. We can't. I wasn't close enough to see what he did. If we just pick one at random, we're almost certainly walking into something we don't want to walk into. And I will bonus action dash back here, just in case more people come through the portal in short order.
Okay.
I don't want to be next to it.
Okay,
5,
Gale.
10, 15. I'm going to search the body.
All right, use your action to search the body here. You notice that he has a scimitar in hand and he's wearing some leather armor. Checking his pockets, you don't see here any jingle of coin. He doesn't seem to have anything else on him.
Great. Now, I guess I can't roleplay that, but because I didn't know. How confident is Gale that he pressed the flame?
Pretty confident. I mean, that's based on your
Yeah.
roll. That's what you think, right?
Okay. We need to wait for Army to do her thing, so let's spread out and there'll be more incoming. We're sitting ducks. Or we climb up to the balconies and we use the teleportation circle there. I'm going to wait here and be the tank. I use my action and that'll do it.
Okay, Roland, your turn.
Sorry, I'm just thinking. I don't like. I guess for my turn, because I know the teleport seems to happen so quickly. I will charge up one of the gauntlets and I'll prepare a lightning attack. Actually, you know what? I'll go ahead and pull my shield out, and then I'll have burned 2 actions, and I'll just move over here. But now I'm back to fully suited up.
Okay.
Hugo will climb up to the balcony.
The one that he's currently under?
Yeah.
Okay, so we will assume you have now climbed up and you are on top of the balcony. I'm going to put an arrow pointing up so that we know you are above.
And if possible, he'd like to. So these small ones don't have like a little grid or anything like.
They don't
A
have a
buttons.
metal plate behind them, no.
Okay, but he'd like to study it to see if he can determine, just through the weird arcana, if they go up or down.
Okay,
If you teleport.
Sure. Yeah, give me a blind check. So, you're not sure how much exactly they'll be able to deduce, but let's find out. So based on their slower movement and the smaller size of them, you get the impression that these are very short-range teleporters.
Okay. Does that use his action to
Yes.
investigate that? Okay. He will move. Is it like right in the middle here?
It is, yep.
Okay. He'll move here and he'll just keep an eye down below.
Okay. And Harmony, continue casting. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. We are out of combat, folks.
Okay. Who the hell were they?
The cultists we're looking for by the look of their clothing. So there's 2 things to do here. We can wait for Harmony's spell, and then we can try to go before they've mobilized the entire complex against us, or we can short rest to try to top us off, and then come what may. Whatever we do, I don't think we should follow that same path. Gale seems pretty convinced he pressed that button with the flame, but they're going to expect us to follow them. So if we're going, we should probably go somewhere else. Try to catch them by surprise.
Well, the question is, where are we going? To the basement or something, right?
Somewhere
Oh,
else
wait.
in the tower.
Hang on. I was thinking, right? He held up. What did you say the shape of the key was again?
Did you say something about the hourglass?
It was like an hourglass.
Right. Wasn't there an hourglass button? Is there an hourglass button?
Yes, there is. It's right here.
Do you think we need that key to get to that button, or do we press that button to go to the area he wants us to go?
You just press button.
Remind me, what did he say? I know he had like a. I know we were memeing about how he was like talking for a long time while he was up on that balcony. Can we remind us what he said?
What the guy on the balcony said to you as you were approaching through the hedge?
Yeah,
maze?
the guy who seemed like he was on our side. The
Yeah,
one
the
who
guy on
called
the
out to us
balcony.
and called us heroes and
He
shit.
said he'd leave the key at the base of the tower to get to the
Well,
dungeon.
that doesn't really help us because we're inside the tower now. Looking around, do we see like the hourglass key on this floor anywhere?
You do not.
So why do we think it's an
Yeah.
hourglass key?
Because he says this is the key that will let you teleport into the dungeon.
Well, then
holding
we
the
press.
hourglass.
Well, then we press the hourglass button and we go there to dungeon. It's simple. We don't need key. It's right there on the wall.
No. That button only works if you have the key, I think is what they're saying, Gil.
Yeah. Some sort of white glimmering hourglass was in his hand. He says this is the key that will let you teleport. So I think Dylan is right. I think we need the hourglass to be able to use that button.
But there's no hourglass near the swirling portal here, right?
Yeah, but he was attacked in the middle of that, so they might have taken it from him, or he
Well,
might have had to.
Well, hang on, look. What if he came in this room, right? And look, there's this dead one here. He got in a fight and he ran to one of the other levels. They could be chasing him as well. That's why these two showed up.
Well, if he's here, did we look carefully for hourglass in the cupboards and secret doors in the cupboards?
I think I kind of already did that, or was
You were
that-
looking for traps and levers
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff.
true.
That assumes that you're searching around, right? Because in order to find traps or something
Yeah.
like that, you have to be careful, and you didn't spot anything like that during
I
the
didn't
search.
see any hourglasses. Okay.
All right.
So my theory is he maybe was waiting for us here, got in a fight, took off before more showed up. These two showed up looking for him, found us. We killed one, the other took off. So now the cult knows we're here and the other guy is running somewhere, right?
Or
Yeah.
he
well,
told.
Harmony has a point too. They may have seen us. Well, no, because if we look out the window, we don't see like the sundials or anything. We don't see like anything moving around in the maze, like no gorgons or anything.
You do not.
Is that what happened? Okay. So maybe they didn't see our approach, but either way, they know we're here now.
So maybe, or our friend with the hourglass used one of the short distance teleportation things on the balcony, the G2, what Leroy would say GTFO.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if he used the key to go to the hourglass and didn't leave it behind, how the hell are we supposed to follow him?
Exactly. So he didn't do that.
His plans might have changed when he was apprehended by. If that's
Oh.
what happened with this person, he might have had to recalculate.
Well, we're assuming he's alive still. What if he died and they took the key?
I'm not assuming that at all. I just saw the guy from hundreds of yards away. He yelled something at me.
Hours ago. Was
Who
a
knows?
Yeah.
But clearly, there's no hourglass here. I don't think it's safe to go back through the main little portal here. I would say Harmony heals us up a little bit with her spells, and then we take one of the balcony teleporters. See where it takes
Well,
us.
Maybe, but I think perhaps those balcony teleporters just take you balcony to balcony.
That's a
How would
good
Oh.
might as well try.
Yeah,
Well, I guess
let's
that's
try that
true.
first then.
Well, actually, we'll be above the pipples who come through the swirling circle. We should get our tuckuses up there
Well, are
and
we?
have an advantage of attack.
No,
Has Harmony finished yet?
I know,
I
right?
would say, yeah, these guys have definitely talked for more than 2 minutes, so your spell does indeed go off.
Yay! Okay, so everyone that needs some can have some.
I do not need any.
how much is it?
Where'd it go?
I think it was 11, and then you had 2 for your thing, but above it.
Yeah, 11 plus 2. And this time I do get my blessed healer,
Yes.
right?
So the 2 probably isn't right though for Disciple of Life because it should be +4.
Okay. Well, either way, I'm topped off then.
I'm
Yeah.
literally I'm 5 points away from being at max 2, so. Does anybody have any healing potions for Harmony to drink, and then maybe we can move without taking a short rest?
I have 1, I think, but then I don't have anything on my Batman belt in case anyone goes down. No, I have 2 potions. So I will give at least 1 to Harmony, and then we can decide what we want to do from there.
Yeah, I'll give one to Harmony to take this.
Are you a healer, Libby? Like the healer feat with Harmony too?
No,
I don't think so.
I think so.
Okay.
So just a reminder, Harmony, you have a healing potion from me.
And then I'll put the second
Thank
potion on
you.
my belt in case I need it. How many good berries do we have left?
I ate mine already. It was delicious.
I
I have
have
one.
10 on my person. Should I redistribute?
Unless you want them all. I have one.
Adam, how many good berries can you eat?
I would say reasonably probably 2 per day, because the idea behind the good berries is supposed to fill you up for like a full day. So if you ate a second one, you're fine. If you tried to force like a third or more, I'd probably start asking to make con checks.
I'd say eat as many as you can stomach right now, Harmony.
Just a side note, have any of you seen the extended editions of Lord of the Rings where the hobbits are
Yes.
talking to Legolas and they're talking about the Lambert bread and he's like, oh,
This
a
fills
bite
you up
could...
for a full day. How many did you
Yeah.
eat? 3 or something.
4, yeah.
I'm going to
That's
give
funny.
each of you 1 more.
Okay.
Just so you
I'll put
have
that on
them.
my belt as well.
I
Copy.
had 1, by the way. But I'll add 1 more. I'm just thinking out loud here, but I'm down to try the small teleporters because maybe that just moves us like a singular level or something. But here's my rational thinking of this tower. This wizard has these teleport, like it's like an elevator, and each symbol is a different floor. That's what I'm thinking, right?
Or at least a different room. We don't.
Yeah,
we see
or
how big
room,
the tower
or
was?
room.
Like from the outside, or were we not able to tell that?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
So, we're assuming we're in the tower. Did we get a good enough look at it from like the hedge maze or from outside the hedge maze that it looks like this 50 or 60, however foot wide room corresponds to the interior of the tower?
No. In fact, as you look at this, you would say what you saw from the outside does not match the spatial similarities of what you're seeing inside.
So it could be,
We could be anywhere.
With windows.
yeah. We
But we could
couldn't
also-
even be on the first floor, right? You know, this could not even be the base.
Well, we looked out the window and we saw the hedge maze, though, so it's reasonable to assume that we might be somewhere in the tower.
We saw a hedge maze.
Oh, fuck wizards, man.
They're the worst.
Hugo.
I stare directly at Hugo as I say that. But anyway, regardless of where we're supposed to be.
I'm a good guy.
Regardless of where we're supposed to be, we're here now. We can't assume this is the right tower, but there are cultists here, so they're operating from somewhere. So it's possible that one of them has the key that we need to follow the guy in the dungeon if that's where he went.
I guess our first step would be find him, and if he's dead, find the key wherever it would be.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Let's do this.
Okay.
I'm ready
So-
to kill some cultists.
Let's go up the
Wait.
balconies. What?
If Kurtu's going to follow, he needs to know what our plan was. Right?
He'll
I
figure
mean,
it out.
no, he won't. It's
He'll
Kurtu
watch
we're
the
talking
VOD.
about. Adam, I have one of my tinkers. My magical tinker says I can record a message in an object. So I'll just I'll take some super shiny that I know he'll pick up.
Does anyone have an egg?
Oh, actually, what if I do one of Armony's good berries because he knows what they look like? And when he picks it up and squeezes it or whatever, there'll be a message, and I'll record the message to be whatever our plan is that we decide here, Adam. Just to clarify for next session.
Yep. So as long as you write that down before you leave here, yeah, that'll work.
Okay. Can anybody read that, or can you specify like a certain person to receive the message?
Nope. It just says tapped by a creature, so anybody could pick it up and hear it, but we're just hoping it's Kurtu, not someone else.
Great. Better plan than nothing, I suppose.
I mean, unless you have something better. Anybody else?
No.
Yeah, we just gotta find this guy. So, try the small ones first. See if maybe they do just go balcony to balcony.
Maybe they go exactly where we want.
Maybe.
Get out of here in 20 minutes.
But if not, then we hit the big one up. Do we just start at the bottom and hit randoms?
Yeah, we shouldn't. I think we shouldn't hit the one that Gale thinks the guy went through, because that's where they're expecting them to follow it. Us to follow them. So there's probably an ambush like right on the other side of that one.
All right.
Would be my guess.
All right, sounds good to me. Who wants to go in the first balcony one?
I'm a firm believer. If it was your idea, you do it. So.
All right. Hugo climbs up and he jumps into the teleporter.
And you whisk away, finding yourself right here.
Oh,
Nice.
not even the other balcony, just in there.
I go try the other one. What happens?
You get
On the
whisked
other balcony.
away to find yourself right here.
Awesome.
Hey, high
Well-
five.
I ignore the button prompt. I deliberately failed the QTE. So now we're looking at the panel, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What are the symbols again?
Chair, 2 chairs, upside down L, rectangle, flame, star, square, hourglass, right triangle.
All right, we're gonna do this like Survivor style. Everybody cast your votes, and then we'll just.
2 chairs.
Not the flame one. Anything but that.
I like 2 chairs. 2 chairs sounds better than 1 chair.
It's an upgrade for sure. I think we are in 1 chair right now.
That makes sense to me. I see. Well, there's 5 chairs, but
Yeah, but it's like a basic
yeah,
meeting room
it's
or
a
something.
representation. Yeah, they probably do their fucking PowerPoint presentations here.
Yeah, that's why the fire is probably just a giant furnace that burns you alive as soon as you go in. All right.
Let's try 2 chairs then. Yeah.
Anybody opposed? Gail, what's your super creepy sixth sense tell you? 2 chairs sound good?
Well, if we select the 2 chairs, it sounds like we will meet either a king or a queen or both.
Damn, that's great thinking. Do we want to meet the king or queen right away? I changed my vote to rectangle.
That looks more like a jail or prison. What are the other? What's the upside down L? Upside down L look like 7.
The number 7.
Similar
Lucky
to that,
number
yeah.
7,
Yeah.
7 doesn't exist in this world.
So Gale has his finger and he has the L at his left hand and he flips it upside down. That's wrong. Oh, yeah, the other way.
Wait a second. Leon. How many? Okay.
I don't understand that reference.
It's an anime weeb game. I don't expect you to.
I don't really care, but if I see 2 chairs, I think of that's what the meeting place is. There might be some important pipples there. If that's what you want to do, we go there and we have fun.
Well,
All right.
Alright, how about everybody get in this... Can everybody fit in the circle, or is it only 4 people at a time?
No, remember, you can share a square with somebody outside of combat because, there's space there. It's only when you're in combat do you fall prone.
Then I think we should all get together, because there could be some magic fuckery that if you activate it a second time, it goes somewhere else. So I
just
think we all
for
want to
ease
be
of play, I would say no more than 2 people in a square at a time. So, don't all stack on a single square, for example.
What if we had a clown car, though?
I'd probably allow that.
Okay. That's what we're investing in next time we get to Waterdeep.
So all we need is silent image. Go.
What are you talking about? Yeah, I'll get over here.
You silent image a clown car.
Hugo pushes it. 2 chairs, here we come.
2 chairs, 1 cup.
So, oh geez, don't even use that reference. Harmony and Roland, you are the closest to the panel, so unless someone's reaching over you, Gale, I'm assuming you want to be on the teleportation circle when this happens?
I do, but I want to also honor the rules of the game.
I'll push it at him when Gale is on the circle with us.
And you're looking to push the 2 chairs one?
2 chairs. That's what we voted, Dylan.
I'm gonna go hover over rectangle.
I
then-
smacked his head.
Then move my finger up and click the 2 chairs button.
So as you're looking at this, you notice each one of these buttons, they're not really buttons, they're sigils, right? Symbols carved into the stone. But when you put your finger closer to the 2 chairs, you realize that, being that it's 2 chairs, there are 2 symbols. So would you like to push the left chair or the right chair?
Oh, guys, this is just those balconies.
It's
It's gotta be.
Find out. We might as well.
I vote right. Right chair. Right chair's the best one.
I'll click the right button.
You are whisked away, finding yourself on a balcony.
Looking down, does it look like the same room?
It does, yes.
Okay.
Gale says, "What happened? Where are we?"
Same place.
This is how science works, guys. Believe me, trust the process. And Hugo jumps
Right.
into the teleporter here to get down.
All right.
You're whisked away back to below.
Alright, now
You ever wonder if when we teleport, it's not really us that comes out the other
we
side?
reassemble ourselves. Every atom in our body is destroyed.
We're just dying over and over again every time we teleport.
Well, I
saw
don't
that
think
movie.
voting really matters at this point. I think somebody should just pick one and we go there, just not the flame, because we think we're going to get ambushed, right? So
Let's go down the list. Let's do upside down L. Someone else. The number 7. I'm feeling lucky. 7. Anyone else?
Well,
disagree?
should we,
I'll press
should we
number
just
7.
try the hourglass one?
Go
Yeah,
for it.
let's try it. Good
Yeah,
idea.
might as well.
I mean,
I think
we
what's going
might
to happen
get...
is absolutely nothing, but
Yeah, maybe.
I pressed the hourglass.
So what you notice when you press the chair is the symbol actually lights up for a half a second before you're whisked away. When you push the hourglass, it does not light up and you are not whisked away.
upside down L, boys. Let's go.
All right, and Roland, I assume you want to be on the teleportation circle when this happens?
oh, yep, here. I'm piggybacking with Gale.
All right, you push the upside down L, and you find yourself whisked away to another area. All right.
Wouldn't it
once
be
you-
crazy if it was a glyph of warding? You know what I mean?
As you
We're
arrive
all on
at
it.
this area, you find yourself in a very narrow chamber. There is a door that is open to your south. You can see to your south. Other than that, there's not a whole lot here.
What do we hear?
You stop and listen carefully and are greeted with the sound of silence.
Oh, it's a good song.
Hugo's gonna move. Oh, I closed the door.
The icon's bigger than your token, so.
Hey, wait, Adam, is there a panel behind us?
There is a panel behind you. You
um,
notice all of the same symbols except for the 2 chairs symbol.
Hey, guys, what if we have our super sneaky person maybe scout instead of us just perusing?
Too
Right.
late. What does this room look like?
Wait, Roland, why are you so scared?
We're expecting an ambush.
Yeah, because the entire fucking enemy team knows we're here.
So as you exit from that small room, Armony, and step out and just start scanning around, these walls are undecorated and don't have any kind of markings or anything upon them. You do notice that there are bedrolls scattered about in this area.
Anybody tired?
Let's take a rest. No, we're fine.
Well, I was wondering if I could take 10 minutes. I know she just did, but I could cast Detect Magic if I did that. And then
Does
I
that
could...
require verbal components? We say quietly next to each other? We should check to make sure this floor is safe before we commit to more long-term spellcasting.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is verbal components.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah, but if we do find a spot, let me... I'll try to find a good time to do it.
You get started in the corner and we'll vet the...
Well, because he has to make verbal sounds, he has to, like, speak audibly, so I want to make sure there's, like, not, like, 6 guys, 6, 10, 20 fucking guys around the corner.
Aren't we talking now?
Quietly. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the same. Yeah, it's.
Yeah, but he'll be chanting for 10 minutes, essentially.
All right. Check it out.
So I am going to start moving stealthily. I guess you want a blind check for that, huh?
I'll let you know if I need one.
Okay. So I will start moving like stealthily, half speed, trying to be quiet, whatever, going around. What I see is what I see, right?
Correct, yes. All right, go ahead and throw that blind check now.
Yep. I'm good at these. I have expertise, etc.
All right, you're trying to move quietly.
Okay, and go around here. This room to my south, is that a wall on the right side? It must be.
It is.
Never mind. Don't answer my stupid questions because I was
okay.
literally
It took
just
me a second. Like, what are you talking about? But you do notice more bedrolls sprawled out on the ground in this room.
Okay. Nobody in them or anything?
No.
Okay. Come over here.
Similarly, through this north door, more bedrolls sprawled about. Looks like they were not made or cleaned. It looks like they were moved pretty hastily.
Pretty hastily, as in like the last 5 minutes.
It's hard to look at bedrolls and determine how long ago they were moved, but you can definitely tell they've been moved.
That feels like the safest assumption to me is that the alarm was sounded, these people were like resting or sleeping or whatever, and now they've regrouped somewhere, probably in the flame room, would be
I
my
bet
guess.
their bedrolls are still warm.
That's okay. Alright. God fucking damn it.
Sorry, I thought I did it.
I know, you're fine. I look through, I stealthily move, look through this door.
Not to a
Anything in here?
surprise, more bedrolls.
Okay.
Altogether, in each of these rooms, you get the impression that there are there's somewhere between 4 and 6 bedrolls in each room. If it becomes important, we can specify. But altogether, you're looking at somewhere in the realm of 26, 30 bedrolls.
Okay, so that is a useful number to have because that is potentially a head count for how many cultists we can expect in the tower. So I will return to the party and say that this floor is currently clear, so you can do whatever you want to do.
This is where we should come when we want to take a nap.
Hugo finds one of the bedrolls at like the head of the room, if there is any such distinction, and he proceeds to defecate in one of them.
There's no head one, but yeah, all right. I imagine your teammates are probably looking at you curiously, wanting to know how this applies to your ritual magic, but sure.
It's wizard shit, man. Literally.
Damn, cultist. He's in for a surprise when he goes to bed.
Alright, Hugo, do your thing if you're gonna do your thing. The rest of us will watch the teleporter in case anyone comes through looking for us.
Oh, alright. Yeah, and so Hugo will go and begin to ritually cast Detect Magic.
Okay. During this 10 minutes, is there anything anybody else is doing?
Watching the teleporter to see if any fuckers come through.
Okay.
Bow in hand.
All right, hearing nothing else, the 10 minutes passes by with no surprises coming out of the teleporter.
All right. You go do a quick run through the rooms just to make sure there's no magic.
And that is a concentration spell, right? So I'll go ahead and throw concentration on you.
Oh, and I'll, yeah.
All right, you are currently detecting magic. You just look into each of these rooms. You don't find any auras of magic, and only on the teleporter.
Okay.
What about on the turd he took?
No, unfortunately not.
Okay.
You'd think it was magic, but no. That's just all the bad diet I've had for the last month or so on the road with you all.
You did get pretty sick back in the garden.
Oh, that's probably it. It came real easy. All right, what's next? We got the rectangle.
Well,
Real,
now that you've popped your detect magic, it would take 2 seconds to go back to the room we were just at and see if we missed something, and then we can just go back. We can teleport to where we need to go. That way we don't have any question marks as we move on.
So what's
Rare intelligence from Gale. Yeah.
Well,
What's
what?
that?
What
Should
are
we
we
try-
looking for that's magical? Are we looking just for items?
Well,
just in case we missed anything. And my senses are
I'm-
good, but not perfect.
I'm all about like not thinking, oh shit, we missed something in some room. Since it's popped, it takes 2 seconds. Go back, look around, pop the rectangle.
It's true. Unless, again, we all just die every time we teleport and it's just a clone of us. But yeah. All right.
I still feel I'm concentrating on Hunter's Mark, so I think there's theory needs work.
Left chair.
You don't
We pi-
notice the 2 chair
Tell him
symbol
for
on this
Oh.
panel.
Damn. All
We
right.
still have the one chair, though, right?
The
There
one
is the
chair.
1 chair symbol, yep.
Okay. So we
Dude.
pile in and we
Yeah,
go back.
do the one chair.
So go ahead and pile in, and then once you are ready, I will move you guys to all over.
I mean, not everyone needs to go, too, unless there's an ambush there. They're going to try to kill me.
Things could change,
Is
and
everybody
also
lumped
not
together?
sure.
You click the 1 chair symbol on the metal panel, and you feel yourself teleported away.
Okay, Hugo, quickly. He's like, I've only got 10 minutes on this spell. He quickly, like, keeps eyeballing everything and moving through the room and just does a quick sweep.
On a quick sweep, you do not notice any additional magical auras.
This room's clean. All right.
Wait, rectangle.
Rectangle. Hoorah.
Hang on. Adam, when we're clicking the teleport, I would say Roland, he's been trying to do this for the last 2 times, but we've been moving a little quick. Does it seem like there's the lights like hesitate? Is there like a lag between teleports, or can you literally just zap, 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 zap? Is it?
It
like
seems to take only a couple of seconds after the symbol is pushed before the teleportation occurs.
Okay, then before we go to the next one, I'm going to go behind them just in case there's an ambush, because we can't get lucky with 2 empty spaces over and over again. So
Wait, what are you doing?
I'm going to go right after you. Right, well, if you click rectangle, then I'm going to wait until you guys disappear, then I'm going to come and I'm going to click rectangle.
Is this revenge for when we shoved you into the hedge?
No, it's not revenge. I'm just testing a theory, right?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Come right after us. And Hugo slaps
Yeah,
the rectangle.
Before they disappear, if I'm missing, click chair.
All right, so with you guys in, one of you is hitting rectangle, right?
Yep.
All right, so I normally don't do this, but I feel like it's important to do it in this situation. Dylan, I'm going to move you to the other channel so you don't hear what is occurring in this other room. So bear with me. All right, so Dylan is out. You guys touch the rectangle, and as you do, you are whisked away, and I'm going to lock the tokens immediately.
Oh, no.
We're fine. We're turbo.
Oh.
We're not fine.
All right, so as you suddenly appear here in this area, you notice several individuals looking right at you, prepared and ready for battle. Let's go ahead and start the battle. All right, so... Yep, go ahead and throw your second initiative there, Harmony.
Oh, wait, that didn't work, right?
Yeah, that worked.
Oh, okay, I didn't select my token, so.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that did work, interestingly. Okay, we'll restart the initiative. Okay, so where we're at here, I'm also going to throw Roland in. All right, so this one first. So he is going to cast a spell. All right.
Yeah, no, I can't spend the spell slot, so.
Okay, as he casts the spell, he is going to point at you, Hugo, and I will need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Who is that to?
It's to
And the other
me.
Tokens.
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Again, well, no, actually, I'm not going to do that. Here we go. Wisdom.
All right, you feel your body start to tense up, but you're able to fight through it. On this one's turn, he's going to move forward. And Gale, I'll need a wisdom saving throw from you.
Okay, well then that's fine. I think I am going to use a reaction.
Okay, you burn a reaction to add this to your save. Okay, you are also not affected. All right, you will notice this one here braces. On this one's turn, he is going to cast a spell. I will need all of you to give me dexterity saving throws.
Inspiration on that, Adam. I just burned it.
Okay.
Can we tell what kind of spell it is? Like, am I able to use absorb elements if that's
once
when I'm
you
hit,
decide
right?
not to use your reaction or not, or I'm sorry, once you decide not to burn a hero point or not, yes, the absorb elements is after you've been hit.
Okay. I will hold on and see what happens to
Okay,
us.
so Spectre, you have failed the save. Harmony, you failed the save. Gale and Hugo succeeds. So, all right, so as this individual casts a spell, he points, and you notice a small bead flies to the very back area of the teleporter, then suddenly explodes into a ball of fire, which hits each of you. Those of you that failed the save suffer 26 fire damage. Those of you that succeeded suffer 13. If you wish to spend any reactions, now that you just got hit by a ball of fire, you used a reaction, or no, you used inspiration, Gale. Okay. All right, and then deduct HP appropriately. All right, this individual also casts a spell. And I will need dexterity saves from all of you.
Surely I won't fail twice.
Harmony, you will fail.
I'm going to fail twice.
Spectre fails. Gale fails.
A +9.
And Hugo, you will succeed. Another bead flies by, exploding for 25 points of fire damage to those of you that failed, 12 to those of you that succeeded. Gale, I'll need a wisdom saving throw from you. You failed.
I actually have resistance to the triggering damage until the start of my next turn, so I take half from that as well.
Okay. Gale, you find yourself paralyzed.
Can I talk?
You cannot. All right,
And I can't-
Gale, it is your turn. You can't do anything because you're paralyzed. At the end of your turn, you can make a new save. And this is wisdom again.
Okay.
Okay, you will succeed this time. You're no longer paralyzed, but your turn is over. Spectre, your turn.
Alright, seeing this shit and every fucking enemy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12.
You stop
14.
to take a quick count of how many enemies are in the room.
I got
Press the
21
button.
perception. I can do a head count in like 3 seconds. I slide behind Gale and I smash that fucking chair button.
Okay, all of you are whisked away now back to the chair room.
And then I'm gonna
hang on. All right, Roland, as you're standing there, you notice as suddenly the teleport re-triggers and you see all of your companions appear.
I tell Roland, rectangle
Holy
is the
shit.
wrong choice.
We're
One
covered
doesn't
in
look
ash
good.
and smoke.
You guys are still in combat, so you're still in
Yep.
action rounds. So Spectre, that's interact with object.
Yep. Are we hitting another button, boys, or are we making this place where we stand?
I mean, let's hit someplace else because they know we're here, I think.
Yeah, they saw us hit that button, I bet. So let's go somewhere else.
Okay. Well, they were kind of far away. I don't know if they saw which button we hit.
Have you played games with Adam?
Yes.
That's
But I kind of don't want to fucking YOLO it.
Well, they're clearly all in that room, so I say let's check the remaining. What's left?
Yep, so you guys shout
Well,
that out
we don't
quickly.
know.
Remember, Spectre, this is all within 6 seconds. What do you do?
Yep. So I still think that following the flame path is probably not a good idea. They probably set a trap or something. So I will very briefly ask for confirmation if they want me to hit the star button.
Star.
That's where my hand is going. That's the next one. So after the flame, so I'm going to use my action to hit that one.
Okay, so since this only takes a couple of seconds, you are whisked away. And I won't put you in the other channel quite yet, but because you weren't on the pad, Roland, you saw what they hit, but you were not on the pad with them. Okay, Spectre, that's your action and your interact with object. Anything else?
I have my movement, and I don't see any enemies immediately, so I'm going to break off from the group in case more fireballs are forthcoming. So I still have my movement, so I'm going to go... This is a telescope or like an...
On a quick
What is
glance, this chamber is clearly the workplace of a wizard. A pair of voluminous tomes on astronomy and astrology lie open on a table. A massive telescope of brass, crystal, and polished mahogany rests on an intricate stand in the middle of the chamber. A ladder rests against one wall, and an immense crystal lens is embedded in the ceiling.
Okay. Well, I'm still going to move off the teleporter here. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, and just hang out here for now. I see a door on the other side, but without my action, I don't want to open it this turn. So we're gonna chill.
Okay. All right, Roland, you noticed your companions pop in and then suddenly pop out. What would you like to do?
But of course, they
I will.
communicated to me that that we want to hit the star button.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw him like looking back and forth, dusting themselves off, and an inspector clicked star, so I'll click star and follow.
All right, and you are whisked away.
Whisk me away. All right. So I will, just so we're not all grouped up, I move 10, so there's 20 to here, and I'll take a dodge action, I suppose, at him.
Okay. Okay, Spectre, roll me
Yes.
a 1d5, please.
Uh oh.
This is where they're
Well,
teleporting.
what button
Roll
am I
high.
at the bush?
That is the worst roll you could have rolled.
No,
All
no.
right, so here's
Oh,
what happens.
no.
Suddenly you notice this individual pops in, and seeing you're all there, so that was interact with object to activate. He's going to then use his action to click on the symbol on the wall that shows the rectangle, and all of you are whisked
No.
away.
Well,
here.
hang on, because he's over there on the 5 space, so I feel like they get some kind of contested check to stop him from doing that, because it's on the
No.
wall, right? It's behind them.
Yeah, but there's no reaction or anything that's like slap someone's hand. Like that's not a thing. And literally in the module it says if they get the chance to do this, they do it.
Interesting. So he's able to just occupy their space and do it. Okay.
So he's not in their space, right? So you guys moved off the spaces, and it allowed him to be in one of the 4 spaces that has access to the panel. So, okay, so he appears there. That's his turn. Then we move to this guy's turn, and he is going to cast a spell. And Hugo, I'll need a wisdom saving throw. Hugo, you find yourself paralyzed. So whatever, I see you have concentration, whatever that was, is ended.
It's detect magic.
Okay, so you're no longer detecting magic, and you are paralyzed. This one's turn. He's going to move up, seeing that you are paralyzed, and he is going to cast a spell as he reaches out and tries to touch you with necrotic energy. I'll need a defense roll at disadvantage, please. Okay, even though you are paralyzed, he tries to reach out and brushes up against your body, but not able to make a solid contact. All right, this one's turn. He's also going to move up and attack you, Hugo. Defense roll at disadvantage. Okay, this will manage to connect against you. Because you're paralyzed, this is an automatic critical, so please roll me a slashing crit against yourself. All right, so this will be a true crit. And that will be 9 points of slashing damage dealt to you. Let's see, this one is going to move to here. And Gale, I'll need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Of course, no problem.
You burn your reaction, and you succeed. Yeah, no effect. All right, this one's turn. He's going to move to here, and Harmony, I'll need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
You really want to hero point this, my dude?
You will fail this save, Harmony, and become paralyzed.
I assume the hero points don't help critical fails.
Well, there is no critical fail on a saving throw, so it potentially would have, but you would have had to declare it before you rolled.
Okay.
Okay, so we get to your turn. You can't do anything. End your turn, but you can make a new wisdom save to see if you can shake that off.
Okay, hero point this one.
You can do that, yep. Or actually, no, you can't. You're paralyzed, so you can't spend reactions.
It's not a reaction on her turn, though.
Oh, yeah, that's true, I guess, because it's at the end of her turn that she gets the new save. So, yep. So, yeah, feel free to spend a hero point on that one.
Oh, do I need to enter a level?
For spending the hero point?
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know. I guess I'll just hit submit.
It's doing Disciple of Life to it.
So we'll add 6. Yep, so you easily pass that. You're no longer paralyzed. All right, next one's turn. This one's going to step up. And Gale, I'll need you to make a wisdom saving throw. All right, you fail and find yourself paralyzed. Okay, Harmony, I'll need you to make a wisdom saving throw. All right, so you spend your reaction to add to that. You succeed. You are not paralyzed. Hugo, you are paralyzed, so your turn ends, and then go ahead and make a new wisdom saving throw. You fail that, unfortunately, and are still paralyzed. This one's turn. He's going to move up to here, and he is going to reach out once again with some necrotic energy in hand. Hugo, I'll need a defense roll at disadvantage. You manage to once again not be hit. All right, that's his turn. We move to the next one. Yeah, Harmony, he's going to step up. I'll need another wisdom saving throw from you, Harmony. All right, so I think you already burnt your reaction, so go ahead and give yourself that hero point back, but you succeed. All right, this one's turn. He's going to step to here, and Harmony, wisdom saving throw. All right, you succeed once again. All right, this guy's turn. Harmony, wisdom saving throw. You will succeed once again. And lastly, this one's turn. He can make it down to there. So yes, he's going to step up to here, and he's going to reach out at you, Gale. So Gale, give me a defense roll at disadvantage. Yes, you will also manage to evade this attack. All right, top of the round. Spectre, Roland, you saw this all happen really quickly. What do you do?
See what all happened. Are we still in initiative order?
You guys are not. You're not in the room right now, so I'm putting you right at the top. What would you like to do?
I just, out of character real quick, just so we can communicate faster, I'll say that Spectre, I guess out of character, in character, but I'll say I think we give them at least one, 10 seconds. If they're not back, we go after them.
I don't think we have time. I think we go. I think we gotta get in there, hit the button, and try to drag off as many people as we can.
Okay, I'll follow. I'll follow that. I'll go to here.
So
I
is it your
suppose.
intention to both
Wait.
try to enter, coordinate your timing, and then hit the button?
I guess should we go one at a time?
Well, so here's the thing, right? Are we gonna have to re-roll initiative, or because I feel like we have.
So you
I
guys
feel like
are
we have a pretty good
quasi
impression.
out of initiative right at the moment. So this happened very quickly. So if you guys both enter and hit the button, I will treat that as you entering the battle. Roll your initiative, and wherever you land, that's where you'll act.
Your call, Jordan.
Well,
Whatever you'd like to do at
we
this moment.
gotta, because everyone is dead if we don't.
That's cool. Let's go. Let's go fuck some people up. Here, I'll go here.
All right, so pick one of those 4 spaces that you're going to. All right, and then which button on the wall are you hitting? Which symbol?
We're going back to the same
Rectangle.
room that we were in.
Right? Was it rectangle? It was rectangle, right?
It was rectangle, yeah.
All right, so you hit the rectangle. I'm going to move you over to those same spaces, and because you're in combat now, so Spectre, you will enter here and immediately fall prone. Roland, you will enter here and immediately fall prone, and I will add both of you in now.
I was thinking if there was not any open spaces, it would reject us landing. Guess not.
All right, we are at the top of the round now. It is this one's turn as the 2 of you guys both pop in. This one's
I didn't see
turn.
my initiative.
Yeah,
change,
you're in there.
or
You're
did
at
I put the same thing?
17.13.
That was that was the same one though. Or did it re-roll?
It should have re-rolled because you weren't in the list at all, right?
No,
I think
I was on the
still
list
there. We were
before
still
Adam.
there.
Yeah, this was our same position as before. If you go up to the top, it says 1713 for Spectre.
So unless it
And-
crashed, I did just hit it for you guys. Hang on one sec.
I think we never left the initiative. I still saw the turn order on my screen.
Yeah, I was still in initiative as well. Because I was thinking, why am
that
I
could
in
be why.
initiative?
Okay, yep, you're correct. So if I hit that button and you were already in it, so I'm going to remove both of you.
Okay.
And then I'm going to re-add you guys here.
Big money.
Big rolls, big
Hell
rolls. God damn it,
24.
son of a dip-eating bit.
All right, so we're at the top of the round. Spectre, you're the first to act.
Of course I am. Plus 13 to initiative, boys. So I stand up. Can I reach the button from
stand
where?
up because your space is occupied at the moment.
Can I reach the button from where I'm at?
No.
If I crawl to the,
If you crawl to Harmony space, you can.
I crawl to Harmony space. I will use a disengage bonus action as a thief, as a rogue, whatever the fuck class I
Cunning
am.
action. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you then crawl to Harmony space. So go ahead
I
and move
crawl to
yourself
Harmony
up.
space. Can I reach the button?
You can, yep. What button would you like to
I hit this. I hit the star button.
You hit star.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so you are all now whisked away. Let me get you guys set up properly here.
All right, out of initiative, get the restart, get that 4 out of here.
You are not out of initiative. Spectre, that was your interact with object. You're still prone on the ground. There's still an enemy in the space with you.
I thought I was in Harmony's space.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You are correct. So they move you there.
All right, I'm still disengaging, so I'm going to... I can't stand up, but I can crawl to this space, which is now... it's double movement when you're prone, right?
Correct.
Or crawling. Okay, so 10, 20 to get here. I will stand up, and I will use my action to grab Harmony because she's the only one I can reach. Is she paralyzed? Like, is this
not.
like? Okay, but this is forced movement, so I will try, which doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. So I will try to pull her off the platform with me.
Okay. Harmony, do you resist getting pulled by Spectre?
Not at all.
Okay, so Spectre, use your action to grapple. Where would you like to move? And Harmony will move right behind you.
Going this way.
Okay.
And I will go here. I believe that is 40, right?
I'll take your word for it.
Or, yeah. Because I'm also moving half speed when I have to drag her, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm dragging her away. So I'm here 40, and then I'll go one more 50, so she can be in the space I was just in.
Okay.
And now, that's action, bonus action, all my movement. Good luck, guys.
So, Harmony, you can move next to Spectre.
All right, coming through. Yeah, I'll move you, Harmony. You're right there. You said you dragged her the whole way, Spectre?
Yeah.
Okay. So you notice suddenly coming through the teleporter is another one of these opponents. He hits the ground because he is prone, but he will then reach up and hit the button once again, whisking you guys back to rectangle. All right, hopefully that's got everybody aligned. Then we move to this one's turn. All right, now that you guys are back. Okay, so he sees what he sees. He's going to come around to get there. And he is going to cast a spell reaching out to touch you, Hugo. You're still paralyzed. Defense roll at disadvantage, please. Yes, you will not be touched by that guy. This one's turn. He's going to make his way to there and then move again. All right, this one's turn.
Just fireball all your friends.
Yeah, you never know.
Oh, man.
All right, so what he's actually going to do is he sees Hugo there paralyzed. He is going to cast a spell. And Roland, give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. It's not my strong suit, so I guess I will burn my reaction for that hero point at him.
Okay.
Sounds about right.
Okay, you will succeed on this, suffering no ill effect, and then he will move back. All right, this one's turn. All right, he is also going to cast a spell, pointing at Hugo. Hugo, you will notice as these glowing magic darts fly at you and strike into you automatically, dealing 11 points of force damage to you.
All right.
Apologies for the little delays here. I'm having to manage a bunch of spellcasters.
Oh, how sad for you.
You should have split them up, Adam. It would have been way easier to
They
just
were
have them
totally
all on
split up.
separate levels.
They absolutely were, but you guys alerted them and then they had a chance to regroup. So unfortunately, this is what they did. Okay, this one's turn. He is going to move up to here and he will cast a spell at Roland. Roland, wisdom saving throw, please.
My God.
There we
This
go.
man wants to live.
So bad, man.
You will succeed at that. Okay, Gale, you are currently paralyzed. Your turn ends. New saving throw. Okay, you succeed. No longer paralyzed. All right.
Gonna run out of hold persons eventually, boys.
You would think, but oh my god, there's a whole lot of them. Okay, so yes, this one's going to cast a spell. Also at Hugo, more magic glowing darts fly at you. And that'll be 8 points of force damage to you, Hugo. Alright, this one's turn. He's going to move to here, and then Gale, I'll need a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, and now that I have regained my reaction, I will burn it.
Okay. Alright, we're adding 8 to this roll. Yes, you will succeed. Okay, this one's turn. So he's still got Hugo paralyzed, so he's going to attack Hugo on the flank. So Hugo, defense roll at disadvantage, and we're adding 2 to the attacker. So -2 from your defense roll. That is a crit automatically anyway, but that would be a crit as well. So give me a slashing crit against yourself, please, Hugo. Okay, twice, and you are bleeding.
That's pretty bad.
Okay, so that'll be 9 slashing damage against you, Hugo. For the next minute, you're going to lose 1d12 the start of each of your turns. So I'm going to add a couple bleeding icons here to put the 12 on there. Alright, you are bleeding 12. Alright, this guy's turn. He will step up, and he is going to cast a spell. Gale, once again, wisdom saving throw, please. You succeed on that.
Go, Gale, go.
Alright, this one's turn. He is right next to Hugo. He is going to reach out, trying to cast that dark magic on you. Hugo, defense roll at disadvantage and -2. Let me double check that one. Yeah, you are able to evade that as well.
Haha. Or
Alright, we move to this guy's turn. He is going to attack you, Hugo. Defense roll at disadvantage. That is going to strike you, which makes it an auto crit because you are paralyzed, so slashing crit against yourself, please. Alright, true crit. Alright, that will be 5 points of slashing damage against you. This one's turn. Gale, wisdom saving throw, please.
I'm
You will
starting to
succeed.
figure them out.
Alright, this one's turn. Yeah, Gale, you're the only one still standing strong, so wisdom saving throw, please.
I'm out of reactions, boys. Hold up. I'm an indomitable that. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna burn it all.
Alright, go ahead and did we give Indomitable so you can burn it?
No, I'll take it off, but it just redo it. If I fail a saving throw, I get to
Just
try
post
again.
the text for Indomitable for me real quick before you re-roll it.
Let me find it in this large list I have.
High-level
Indomitable.
characters, man.
I think I put it up top so I wouldn't forget it. Yeah, here we go.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, go ahead and throw another save.
Oh,
That is good enough, so you will not be affected.
Good shit.
Okay, Harmony, your turn. And I'm going to move just so you're actually in a square here. Alright, there you are.
Harmony says we have to get them.
Yeah. But it's not my turn.
Would hitting the button twice be interact with object and an action,
Yes.
perhaps?
Yes, and again, not to... So let me describe it this way. Because all of this is happening within 6 seconds, right? You've seen that the portal takes a couple of seconds before it fires, and it's already been fired twice this round. So even though you guys are acting at different initiative orders, all this happens within 6 seconds. So with that in mind, knowing that it takes a couple seconds, you think that this portal might only fire once more in this round. Hopefully that makes sense.
But I'm at the very end.
Yes, but even the very
I don't know about that.
the
One,
very bottom
two,
guy
three.
are all within 6 seconds, as crazy as it seems.
Yeah, it sounds a little risky.
Yeah, if you go in there now, you're not going to be able to get out, is what he's saying.
We can't just let them die. Okay, so here's what I'm going to try to do. I'm very curious how you're going to rule on how an incorporeal spirit moves through the world. I would like to put the unicorn on the portal and press the button.
So remind me, I feel like you used the unicorn during the maze. Can you use the unicorn multiple times? Right, because when you were fighting the Gorgon, you summoned the unicorn?
We didn't finish our rest, did we?
You did not.
I always was thinking it was like one of those channel divinity things, but it's its own separate thing. Okay, so I'm going to summon a giant spider and instruct it to get on the, or I'm going to summon it on the portal.
Okay, so you're using your staff to summon a giant spider.
Yeah, I don't have like a way to...
That's okay. I can pull up the staff real quick. Okay, Staff of Spiders. So you're using your action to cast the Summon Giant Spider, burning 3 of the charges for it.
Correct.
And I believe that is it appears right... Yeah, it appears right away. Okay, so the giant spider appears on the teleportation circle.
And then without stepping on the portal, I will press the rectangular button.
So the way this is designed, you can't be off of the portal and touch the button.
But there's weight on it.
Right, but it's a magic portal. It's not mechanical.
Okay, so I'm a little confused about what exactly the spell is for summoning this giant spider. I'm able to give it
very similar to giant insect, if that helps you. It just summons a single giant spider instead.
The spell is called giant insect or summon giant insect?
Giant insect. It works very similar to that spell. It's not exact, but it works very similar to that if you want to read that for help as how it works. But if I assume the high-level details you're looking for is you can tell it what to do.
I can command it to hit the rectangular button and attack the cultists.
Well, remember, it doesn't know what cultists are, right? And it hasn't seen any cultists. So you can certainly command it to hit the button, but if it works the way you think it does, it's going to teleport away, and then you will no longer be able to talk to it, right? So it follows your verbal commands. If you haven't given it a command, it essentially stays there and just defends itself. And again, you're dealing with the intelligence of a spider, which is very, very limited. So if you were to try to do something crafty like hit the button and then go attack a cultist, you're confident the spider had no idea what you're talking about.
It would understand hit rectangle or not?
Yes, it would understand that much, yeah.
And can you describe what the cultists look like?
So I could, but you're confident the spider won't be able to understand no matter the way you describe it. Because again, if you were to say colors, they're not really looking at colors. They don't recognize humanoids to tell differences in humanoids. So it's I think their intelligence is like a 1.
Oh.
Harmony, we need to hope that they can activate the portal on their side and get out. We need to fortify this room.
I lied. Their intelligence is a 2. So, yeah, their intelligence is super limited.
So they can tell what hoods look like. No, I'm just kidding.
Good try.
Fine. I tell it to move off of the portal and stand on high alert. Be ready.
Okay.
Whatever that feeling is for a spider. And then going to back away. I think I can get as far as that, right?
Sure, that looks good.
And is drinking a potion a action?
It is, yep.
Well, I'm gonna cast. Oh wait, so since that was my staff, does that count as a spell that's been casted for my turn?
It does, yes.
That sucks.
All right, so it looks like you ended your turn there. Okay, all right, well. Okay, so at this individual's turn, he is going to conjure a sacred flame onto Hugo. Hugo, this is a dex save, but because you're paralyzed, you auto-fail dex saves, so you will take 8 points of radiant damage. This one is going to do the same. 7 points of radiant damage. Hugo, you're paralyzed. Your turn ends. You get a new wisdom saving throw to try to shake that off.
Alright, I'll use the hero point for that.
Let's go, Hugo.
Go.
Big money, big money, big money, big money, big money.
Okay, we'll add 4. Yes, you succeed. You're no longer paralyzed. All right, move to the next guy. Yep, so that's the end of your turn. If you want to say something real quick, you can, but you can't do anything.
There you go. Your cult's a bunch of bitches. You're all gonna die. And that's the end of his turn.
You say that kind of groggily as this one here across from you reaches out with that necrotic energy to try to touch you. Defense roll, please. You'll get a -2 to your defense roll. Yes, you managed to evade that. All right, this one's turn, and he is going to cast a spell at Gale. Gale, wisdom save, please. Yes, you will succeed that.
Does that count as a fumble for him or no?
Not on the saved ones.
Aw.
Let's see, this one will target Hugo. Hugo, wisdom saving throw, please.
I am going to burn my reaction to use a hero point.
So you already used that on your last turn. Remember, it's at the end of your turn, so unfortunately your reaction hasn't come back yet.
Wait, it's a reaction to use a hero point on my turn?
When it's not your turn. Oh, right. I'm sorry. Yes, we decided that last time. Yes, so you're good. Okay, yep, you will succeed on that. All right, this one's turn, and Roland is on the ground there at Gale's feet, right? Okay, yeah. So, Roland, wisdom save, please.
Can he see me though? Come on, there's like 42 people
He
in
can
between
see
us,
you
and I'm
kinda
laying
rolling
on the ground.
there. Hasn't seen you.
I'm not
acting like-
rolling. I'm not
Yeah, you
rolling.
are rolling.
I got knocked over. I got knocked over. There's no way he can see me down here.
He is
Let's
definitely
do a
targeting you.
contested perception check.
just burn your fucking hero point, man.
I don't
Good
have it.
save.
I don't have it. I was
Well,
so
this
close,
makes
Adam.
all
I
it-
thought you forgot about me down here. I was like, oh my god, I'm
I
gonna
did
make
not,
it.
but I figured it was likely they were going after all the other targets, but at least one was going to try to get you before you turn.
Well, he doesn't know that when his turn is because he just zoned in, right?
That's totally true. Yeah, it just is the the materialistic
Just so
of the turns.
happens. Just so happens that he happened to target right.
It all
before
matters on this
for
roll, Dylan. This is it.
Don't fuck it up.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I know I'm gonna fail it.
You
Hey!
succeed and are not affected. Okay, Roland's turn.
All right. If that motherfucker can see me, then I can see this motherfucker right here, right?
You can.
Yeah. I'm gonna shatter the fuck out of that bitch at level 3.
Okay.
There's an action, right? Because
You
I can use a
cast
teleport.
Shatter at level 3
Right.
from
Hang on.
prone.
Yeah. Well, hang on. Before you give me weird DM talk to make me second guess myself.
That's
the
just clarifying questions right there.
Yeah, you do it in such a good way, Adam, and I love it. I love it. I'm not mad at you in the slightest. This is a great encounter. You set it up so well. You've really done well. But it's interact with object, right? To just click the teleport panel, right?
Yes,
Okay, so I can cast a spell and then hit the panel.
you
That's
can.
correct. I know you're probably going to say something crazy like counter spell or something, but I just wanted to be sure. So I'm going to do a 3rd level shatter, so I'll go ahead and burn that.
And sure enough, your spell is countered.
I'm going to flick them off from down at the bottom of the pile, and I'm going to reach up and I'm going to slap the star.
All right, so this is the 3rd time that the teleporter has been used this round. So this is the last time it will activate this round. So those of you on this get moved to star, which will put you there. Okay, so that's your interact with object and your action. Anything else on your turn?
Hell yeah. I'm going to crawl my bitch ass this way,
Off the fucking panel.
off the panel.
All right,
And then I'm gonna
do that. You'll take an opportunity attack from the enemy to your northwest. So defense
That's
roll
all right.
disadvantage, please. Holy moly! Okay, no, he does not hit you.
That's crazy.
That was a roll
All
with confidence right there.
I don't want to die anymore. All right, I'm gonna stand up for half my movement,
Okay,
which that 5 would have taken me to 30, so that's 15 now.
Pull him with you.
Well, you can't.
I don't have an action. I was gonna try to take out a handful of them before we dipped, but that didn't work. So now that's 15. I'm standing up with this guy. Let's see, as a bonus action, I don't have anything I can cast really. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna get the heck out of there. So I know I might take another attack. So I'm gonna move this way.
you will indeed. Yeah, another defense roll, please.
But I'm standing up this time.
And that will easily miss you. Yeah.
All right. Phew.
All right, this guy cannot activate the portal again, so we move to the top of the next round. Everybody take a deep breath, and it is break time,
Break
people.
time. Hell, fucking yeah! I gotta
Oh
piss
my
later right
God.
now. See you on the other
See
side,
everybody
boys.
at 15.
Hugo is so close to death, y'all. You better help him out.
Well, there's cultists in the way. I can't.
All right, see you
Can't get
guys
to
on the
you.
other side. Alrighty, folks, we are back for the second half of the session. The group is in the thick of it right now. Let's get them back over to where they left off. All right, team. So we are still in combat. You guys have seen this portal, how it's been acting. So you've been able to determine that in a single round, it can only be fired up to 3 times because each time it takes a couple seconds for it to work. So keep that in mind as we move forward. And we are at the top of the round with Spectre.
Oh god. Where's the spider in initiative?
The spider
As
acts on the
spider?
same turn as
I was just about to
our-
ask.
Okay. So that doesn't help.
Get me off of this thing.
I don't see any way to do that. Well, maybe. Gale is getting left alone if I do that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I can get to Hugo, but the problem is then I'm in the spider's space.
Don't worry, he's friendly.
How do I get out then? Is Hugo still paralyzed or is he better?
He is not paralyzed.
And there's
Alright.
one with Hugo, right? I see a double health bar.
There is one with Hugo.
Ooh. What's
So
the one
hang
in
on, hang
the
on
one
one
in
sec.
Hugo's?
Sorry, just one second. I want to make sure I get this updated properly. So the one with Hugo would actually be prone at the moment because he came through.
Uh-huh.
So we just throw the prone on there.
Adam, how dare you forget something when you have 32 things to remember
I'm telling
here?
you. All right, and then Hugo, you actually are bleeding, and it looks like somehow those icons got associated with the other guys, so I'm going to move them to you. But as a reminder, I don't think you've gotten the start of your turn yet. I don't remember, but if you did, we missed one. But either way, we'll plot on the next turn.
Okay. I appreciate that.
Yeah, honestly, I don't remember. There's too much going on right now, but apologies, Spectre, interrupted you there. Yes,
No,
there
you're
is
fine.
one on Hugo's space, so icons are now updated appropriately, so I will leave Hugo showing for this purpose.
Okay. I don't think in 6 seconds I'm going to be able to tell that he's bleeding. Well, I mean, I can probably see that he's been hit a couple
it's like
times. But...
gushing over Hugo's hand over his stomach.
Armony said lasso him, and I'm here for it.
I'm going to split it up a little bit like that, just hopefully you guys can see both tokens. Obviously, they're in the same space, but hopefully that makes it a little bit easier.
Unfortunately,
it's
I
good
didn't buy the whip, so I'm not able to lasso him. But 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I can get there with 25. Yeah, if there's 3 of them, I can't kill them, so someone on the panel is activating it. I'm gonna trust Gale's initiative to be able to get out of there, so... But if Hugo doesn't leave the tile this turn, he's turbo fucking dead. So...
Yeah, it's not looking good for Hugo.
Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20. Can I move into the spider's space?
You can, but it would be considered squeezing because it's engaged at the moment and it's not two sizes bigger or smaller than you.
Okay, and as long as I am out of that space by the end of my turn, I don't fall prone?
Yep.
Okay. So I will go here for 30. Or is it difficult terrain?
It is difficult terrain, yep.
35. So I'll use my bonus action to dash. Oh, hang on. If I'm also grappling him, am I moving at quarter speed?
Yes, you would be. If you're moving through the spider space and trying to pull him through, yeah.
Okay, let me do some quick maths real quick then. What if would it count as movement if I dragged him? If I stayed in, if I go one space to the right, and I grab onto him, can I drag him to the space to the north without moving? Is that a thing I can do?
So what you're saying is if you move one space to the east, can you grapple Hugo and then pull him one space north?
Yeah, while staying in that space. Or would that count as movement in any
no,
way?
I'd say you can do that. Again, as long as you have
Okay.
all the movement based on what we discussed.
Yeah. So I'm gonna bonus action dash, so I have 45 more movement total.
Okay.
So I'm gonna spend 10.
Okay.
I'm gonna action grab him, drag him one space, move him one space to the north, so he's off the teleporter.
Okay, so that would count as your action and 10 feet of movement.
Oh, it still burns my move. I'm sorry, that was the question I asked, but I have to do it anyway. So, what am I at now? 55?
You said 45. You moved. I think you're down to 35.
Okay. I'll trust you because
I'm
I've
just
already
doing
fucked
quick
with
math
math.
also.
Yeah,
Because you got a lot of movement and actions.
Yeah. So, now that he's off the teleporter, I'm gonna drop him.
Okay,
Free
so
action
you,
to do
yep.
so, I assume. Yeah.
You release the grapple.
Yep. And now I'm gonna move away. So that's 10 more.
All right, so as you step away from there, the guy that's prone is going to try to slash out at you. So defense
That's fine.
roll, you get advantage on this.
That's gonna hit me.
You are indeed struck. And you will take... Oh, that posted GM. One moment.
I'll believe you. It doesn't matter.
It was 5 piercing damage.
I'll take 5. And then I have 25 more, so I'm going to keep going. And that other guy can take a swing at me if he wants as well.
The other guy can't.
Okay, well, so that was another 5 to get here, so I'm going to go back here. And I think I can go one more.
Thank you.
All right, good luck, Gale.
Right.
All right, this one's
See you guys.
He will stand up from prone. And sure enough, he is going to use his interact with object to push the button.
I'm sorry, there was no way I could get both of you.
Hugo's just looking with sadness at Gale.
He's got a good chance of getting out of there. He's on initiative count 18.
All right, so that was his interact with object. As his action, Gale, he is going to cast a spell at you. I'll need a wisdom saving throw.
Well, let's see. 2 spellcasters and that one back there. Oh my gosh, I'm screwed.
Are you saying you're referencing the initiative manager and knowing what to act?
No,
That was a joke for your other player characters who were like, wait a minute.
Well,
I trust Gale. He's got a lot of armor. He's really tough. If anyone can survive this, he can.
Luckily, you spent that hero point. That will succeed. Okay, this one's turn. He is going to attempt the same thing. So, wisdom saving throw, Gale.
I don't know. These are intelligent creatures. They've seen it's never worked on him except like one time. I think they would change their
I
tactics.
think he's been paralyzed 3 times already, if I'm not mistaken.
no, only like once. But I use hero point again.
No.
So you used your reaction because it wasn't your turn. What was the last one? So unfortunately, no reaction.
Just succeed on the save. It's
Just
easy.
believe.
I think it's like a
I believe
13 or
in you.
14, buddy.
Oh,
Oh,
All right.
You got
Gale
inspiration
will
left?
fail this save. And Gale is
It's okay.
paralyzed.
I can't get critted.
Okay, so yeah, this one is going to attack you. Disadvantage, flank. Okay, so that will hit you. You can't be critted, so we're just going to roll normal damage.
Nice.
All right, so that is 6 points of slashing damage to Gale.
But I gotta sit here till after my turn and just get pummeled. Yeah, I think I'm
yeah,
done.
you're probably fucked, man, but I had to make a choice.
I'm done.
All right, this guy isn't going to do much. Nor is this guy. All right, this one's turn. Not much. So your turn ends. Make a new save, Gale. All right, you're no longer paralyzed.
Now just succeed on, what is that, 11 more? You can do it.
Yeah, piece of cake.
This one will step up, and he's going to cast a spell at you, Gale. I need a wisdom saving throw. Okay, you fail this. I'm going to tell you what it is when it gets back to your turn. All right, this one's turn.
You know, you said when, not if.
You can hear some shouting in this room, Gale, but as you're the only one in the room and it only pertains to you, I'm not going to tell you what the shouting is.
I yell, parlay!
Okay, Arminy's turn.
Okay. I am going to instruct the spider to move in between the blue circle and the
Telescope?
Telescope. Thanks for the word.
Sure.
And I'm going to whip up some preserve life. Ugh, sorry, it's so slow. $30 feet.
Okay, and what is your cleric level?
I actually can't see it, but we're level. What are we at? Level. Let's see here.
Yeah, if you're multi-class,
11.
all you should have to do
Oh no,
is
that's 8.
if you look over on the gear cog, it will tell you under second class. Yes, you are level 8 cleric. All right, so you've got 8 times 5, 40 HP to distribute who you like within 30 feet, but you can't take anybody up to more than half their HP.
Okay, I'm gonna give. I assume Spectre is already above half.
Yes.
I am.
Okay, I'm going to give. Oh shoot. I think it's like 30 to or let's do 25 to myself and 25 to Hugo. See if that lands.
It'll be 25 and 15.
Yeah, it was 40 total. Yep, so you can either do 20-20 or 25-15.
Let's do 20-20.
20-20. Okay, so you and Hugo both get 20 HP back. That doesn't take either of you guys over half. So go ahead and give yourselves 20 back each. That was your action. What else are you?
And that doesn't count as a spell?
Correct.
Okay.
Does that do anything to my wound?
No, unfortunately, that wound requires an action to staunch it. It doesn't go away by healing.
I say, get over here, Hugo. Can the spider? Do you want the spider to drag you over here? What? Let me look at the.
No, have the spider eat anything that comes through the portal.
Yeah, so the spider is going to hold its web charge and I'm going to tell it to use web on the closest person that appears in the blue circle to it.
Okay, I think that's basic enough that it could do that.
Hoping that Gale doesn't decide to move around. And okay, so that was my action. So right?
Yeah, preserve
so
life.
that's it. I'm gonna try to hide behind the telescope.
Alright, this one's turn. This one's turn. Hugo, go ahead and roll a 1d12. You'll suffer that much bleed damage. Alright, nice. 1 HP damage, and then it is your turn.
Okay. Well, first things first, I don't want to take 12 damage or 1d12 damage for a minute, so he's going to use his action to close up his wound.
Alright, you staunch the wound, no longer bleeding.
And he will look over and see. I guess he can't, since he used his action for that. He'll just say, "What should we do about Gale? We gotta get him." And I don't really have I guess as a bonus action, he will cast Expeditious Retreat on himself.
Okay, go ahead and burn that slot.
And So it's an action to hit the button twice, right?
You can interact with the object to touch the button, but then to touch it again in the same round, you would have to use your action.
Okay. So Hugo's just gonna move away, unfortunately, and be like, "Someone else, please get Gale." That's the end of his turn.
Okay, Roland.
Man, I'm here, I promise.
Yeah, this is.
I know.
Take some thought.
This is a tough one for sure.
Are you guys thinking back to all the ways you could have potentially prevented this now?
I thought of it, but just me by myself and 4 other people going at the same time. It was just, I was thinking that I knew that it was too risky for all of us to travel in that damn teleporter at the same damn time.
Actually, when you guys let that go and you're like, well, we'll just wait it out, I thought, really? But, sometimes heat of the moment, actions you take, you never know.
We didn't know where he went, though. We weren't sure about that until Gale filled us in, after the
Yeah,
fact.
because this is not flame. If we would have clicked flame, we would have gone to a different place.
No, that is definitely true.
Fucking shit. It's a risky thing. Alright, Adam, when I was in there and I was on the ground and I was getting kicked and rolled over and casted spells at, when I was looking over these cultists that we were fighting, they seemed like humans, correct? It wasn't like we were fighting any kind of demonic creatures?
I mean, there were so many of them, but I would say of all the faces you saw, they all looked relatively human. Or at least humanoid.
Okay. I look over at everybody and I was like, and I say out loud, Hugo's right, we can't leave him. And I'll click my boots together and put haste on myself.
Okay.
And I'll make my way. I have 70 feet of movement. So this is what we call Aaron Rodgers Hail Mary, boys. I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna slam on the button to take me back to the room with Gale. At this point,
Which button is that?
It's rectangle. Rectangle.
All right, you are whisked away to here, and you fall prone as you enter the square, as it is occupied.
That's all right. I have 25 feet of movement after I get myself up because I had 50. So well, I guess I can't stand up there.
It's based on your total movement. So if you have 70, when you stand up for prone, it's going to cost you 35.
Gotcha. Well, I can't stand up here because there's somebody here, right?
Correct. Yep.
So I got to move here, which would be 10 more. So that would be down to 60.
All right. So as you crawl to there, I will need you to give me a defense roll as you are attacked. And so that is the opportunity attack. And then I'll need you to give me 2 more defense rolls due to readied actions.
Cool. So all 3 at disadvantage, or is it like
Yes.
defense savings? Okay, 3 defense coming up.
You have 22 AC. You can do it, man.
So the first one misses you, the second one misses you. Yeah, the third one misses you as well.
Oh my god.
Shoo! Alright, so I'm hasted, so I'll stand up. So that's now from, hang on, I had 70 to start. I moved 20 into the portal, so that's 50. I clicked the button, I fell prone, so that's 40 moving here. So I've got 20 feet as I stand up, right? 40 halved.
Nope. So you spend 35 to stand back up. You have 5 feet of movement left.
Okay. But I'm not prone no more.
Correct.
Okay. Just to confirm, that's the 3 times, right, that we can hit the button. I can't hit it again, right?
That was 2, I
thought
think.
that was 2
Yeah.
also.
That was 2.
You can hit it again.
hang on.
And that's
I
the
don't
last
want,
time, and they
I
can't
don't want
follow
to be
you
a
if you hit
I
it
don't
again.
want to be a rule Nazi. But the guy who hit it, was he in the room with us? So that was 1, and then I hit it again. That was 2.
That's 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's one more.
Yeah, honestly, in my head, I'm just passively tracking. I only had 2 so far.
I don't know, Adam. Can you count to 3?
With this much stuff going on, maybe not. but
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's 2.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure there's one more use, and then it can't be used again for
Okay. I got it. All right. I was thinking the guy teleported himself from here to the room and then teleported back out. So I've got an extra attack item, and if that means I can attack once, and then the second attack I can shove, right?
So use your action to cast haste, right?
That's right. But I have an additional. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so I'm just gonna come back, and let's see. I'm gonna go into Gale Square and hit the
You
button.
can hit the button from there if you're on the teleporting. So.
You can, yep.
Oh, okay. So I'll reach over and tap the button. Sorry, I'm
Which one are
nervous,
you
guys.
tapping?
You're fine. This is really important. This
I'm
is
gonna
the
tap.
biggest clusterfuck I've ever seen. by the way.
I'm gonna tap star and take us back to the room with the observatory.
All right, you are whisked away.
Okay. So
I
I've
believe
got
the
5.
spider-
All right,
The
now
spider had a ready to action.
yes, the closest one. So Armony, roll me a 1d2. 1 means it shoots at Roland. 2 means it shoots at the cultist south of Roland.
We actually won.
Wait, the
Get it.
spider saw me. The spider knows I'm not a bad guy. I was in this
spider is,
room.
again, following the instructions that Armony gave it, it was when anything comes back through, hit the closest one. Remember, very, very limited intelligence. So Armony, if you can just do /roll space 1d2, we'll see who it targets.
Please roll a 2.
All right, it will fire after the cultist. So go ahead and make the web
Nice.
attack from the spider's sheet. You should have access to that.
Wait, do I have it now?
So it's in the character sheet section, which under the summons folder. So you should be able to just open the giant spider
Oh, under summons. No, I still only see giant shark and Tyrannosaurus Rex.
sheet. Oh, let me double
Use the
check.
Tyrannosaurus Rex. Use that one. Jaw attack.
All right, you should have it now.
Yes. Sorry, it takes a second.
Okay, so yes, he will indeed be restrained as webbing covers the cultist.
Would that prevent him from pushing the button?
It would.
Also, the button can't be pushed again this turn.
Oh,
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I guess the
Some
turn
of-
is about to end.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right at the end.
All right.
Cool.
I just want to say, I think this fight has taken like 5 years off my life.
So, Roland, you came back. Are you tracking how much movement and everything you have left?
I have 5 left according to you, so I'm gonna get my skinny old ass off of that pad
Okay.
in my turn. Does this guy get over? Either one of those guys get to smack at me for moving?
If they do, they don't.
Perfect.
Okay. Top of the round, Spectre.
All right. Well, I see the line. I'm thinking. I think I can get there. I have 6 seconds to decide what to do. I'm tired of this fucking whack-a-mole thing. So we're gonna go 5, 10. Can I move through Harmony?
Yep, you
She's
can.
not engaged. Okay, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Bonus action dash. Step here, grab Gale's ass.
I will not resist.
You will resist. So, Spectre, give me an athletics check, and Gale, give me an athletics check as you resist Spectre trying to pull you away.
Oh no.
I
no.
don't think I can beat that.
All
Can
right.
you hero point?
Well, not anymore.
So, unfortunately, yeah, you are surprised.
Can you flash of
Spectre.
genius?
Oh, I can flash a genius. He's within 30 feet of me.
Says you don't have any flash of geniuses. Oh, you posted it twice.
Because I double clicked
You
it with
posted it twice.
excitement.
Okay, so you grapple Gale. You realize Gale is trying to fight you off and not allow you to pull him back. What do you do now that you've grappled him?
The flash
Wait,
of genius
but I-
is like a spectral fist that just slaps Gale right across the face.
Would it be another check to drag him or no?
Nope,
Or do I have him grappled?
you haven't grappled.
All right, well I'm gonna drag him off the portal because fucking bullshit has to stop. So I'm gonna go here, provoking an attack if you wish.
He is restrained. No, he won't take one.
Okay. And then I let go.
Okay.
That was 50. I don't have a way to disengage anymore, so if Gale fucking swings at me, I guess I'm getting hit. I step away, does he swing?
He does not. Unless he
Okay.
wants to. He doesn't because he's forced to.
Alright, well, the team's off the portal, so unless some crazy shit happens, that was 55 to drag him off, and then 60 to step away, so I got 20 more feet of movement, so 5, 10, 15, 20. Done.
Okay, this guy will touch the portal. All right, Gale, the saving throw that you failed was a suggestion spell that said, there's no way you can defeat us. Place your sword on the altar and retreat, and we won't attack you. So that is the magic that's coursing through your brain, and that is what is controlling you. So, based on that directive and the magic forcing you to believe that that is a good idea, what would you like to do?
Not do that.
Unfortunately, that's not the option.
Oh, okay. I don't have any Eladrin benefits against that.
It is the suggestion spell. I think Eladrin prevents, or gives you benefits against charm or something, right? Which one are you thinking of?
Yeah, that. I'm not charmed. I'm just suggested.
Right. So suggestion is a different spell. It doesn't give you the charmed condition.
It says creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this effect.
Right.
Well, he can be charmed, he just has advantage against saving throws.
I see.
Well, I mean, there's no option, right, Adam? It's nice you give me an option, but
well,
I don't want to do
that's-
it.
Well, doesn't this look like an altar to you, Gale? I mean, you're not too bright to me.
They
I
didn't.
mean,
They didn't specify. They didn't specify which altar, and I don't even know if Gale was paying enough attention.
So
to know
remember
which
when the
altar
spell
they're
was
talking
cast,
about.
where you were, the guy that cast it pointed and all that. So what I would say is, you get to decide what you do as long as it makes sense based on those parameters. Yeah, in this particular situation, I don't think you have a whole lot of wiggle room just because of how precise it was, and that was his intention, obviously, being an intelligent wizard. So if you think of something that is really creative or something, but yeah, chances are good you're going to have to go through the portal and try to do just that.
I know it's like 6 seconds and all, but I have to put the sword on the altar.
What? What did you say?
I have to put the sword on the altar.
I'm looking to see if I have any reactions to stop
See,
him.
now that was pretty creative, because, right, if somebody had something that they could do, that just opened it up. I don't know that anybody has anything.
We can try to persuade him to hang out for a few seconds, maybe. Well, I don't know.
I'm gonna shout to him. I'm gonna shout to him.
To...
I'm gonna say, okay, Gale, the altar is the chair. You have to click the chair.
I don't think that would work.
So,
I think he-
though what I'll do, I mean, I could do a suicide here, right? I could smile, lay down the sword, and walk in with my other sword, and try to attempt to put that on the altar.
Did he say which sword?
So you're
Yeah.
wielding your sword in your hand when the spell hits you, so you would know that he's referring to the sword you have in your hand, right? And the way that the spell works is it seems like a reasonable thing to you because none of them attacked you after the spell was cast, right? So it seems as though this is a legitimate offer that once you place it there and you retreat, you're not going to be attacked.
Go ahead.
I yell at the giant spider to stop him, but I think it's going to be a couple more turns before that happens.
You know, Adam, I feel like Gale is going to think about it this turn and do nothing on his turn. He's confused and is looking around, and 6 seconds has expired, and his turn is over.
No, I don't think that will fly either. It's a good thought.
It was worth a shot.
Right, so it's the way it's worded is, on a failed save, it pursues the course of action it described to the best of its ability.
The best of its ability, yeah. I think you
Well,
gotta give it up and
I gotta-
hope.
that's
I don't
fine.
see a way out.
Yeah, I'll do
What
it.
if you just wait to be teleported? They're coming to get you, buddy. Just wait there.
Wait a minute, that was the third. No, it's the new turn. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Hugo yells out, "The altar's on the fire button, Gale."
We tried that already.
No one has a reaction to hit me? Do I take hit points and lose
I
suggestion?
use my reaction to flash a genius Spectre's strength to pull you off.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, Adam, I don't know what to do. I guess
No,
I'm not
and
tech-
there-
I feel like he
honestly,
has
Does
there- there might
does
not
the
be a
spider
win.
have a reaction?
What's that?
Does the spider have a react? I mean, technically yes, but you haven't given it an order yet. So and it can only act on your turn. So unless you've said like, "Hey, do this," it wouldn't.
Well, I told them to stop him, but
Okay, I'm going to attack the spider. What is this? I'm going to hit the spider.
No, I
There's
don't
a
think that
big-
would work either.
He's trying his best to
No,
wiggle out of it.
And I
I'm
totally
trying to
get
get it.
that. Yeah, I totally get that. So again, what I would say is, usually how this works is after you've done the thing that the suggestion requires you to do, then once that's done, the spell will fall off. Okay? So the specific command to you was place the sword on the altar and then retreat. So what I'm saying is, what does that mean to you? And do that in the best way you could, right? So knowing that, you didn't know you were going to get teleported back here, obviously, but trying to do it in the best way you could, unless there was something really, really off the wall, I would think your course of action is going to be go to the other room, make your way to the altar, and then from there, what do you consider retreating kind of thing?
Yeah, that's definitely. I can't think of any. I was trying to hit the spider. Maybe he hits me and breaks the spider. I don't know.
Which
but yeah,
mechanically, I get why you're doing that, but as the spell, right? Like if you were to cast that on an enemy, and I was like, oh, well, he does that. Like he tries to get around what you told him to. You'd be
Right.
like, well, that's stupid, right? So yeah,
Right.
same kind of thing.
so here's my
Definitely.
argument. The spider is really dumb, right? We established that.
Uh huh.
And I yelled to stop him, so the spider could view him as an enemy. So therefore, when he steps out of the spider's range, the spider may think that he deserves an opportunity attack.
If you want to go with that, I'll go with that. Sure.
I'll go with
Let's
that.
do it.
Let's do it.
But how does that help us? Like,
Yeah, we're not an
Yeah,
ally unless we can
he
restrain
just gets
it.
bitten and then he just keeps going. Does the spider have a way to restrain him, or did it use its web already?
Well, he's gonna try to break. Oh,
It doesn't
What?
break.
Oh, actually, you know what?
if
I
you
take
get-
that back. So you told the spider to ready an action, and when the guy came through the teleporter, he had to use his reaction to do the web. So he actually doesn't have a reaction right now.
Wasn't
Until
that
the
last
start of
time?
No, unfortunately.
It was initiative count 19. Yeah. I think we
Well-
just have to give up the sword.
I tried. I
We'll
tried.
come for you, Gale.
So how much movement have you used so far, Gale?
5.
5. Okay, so then you're going to touch the rectangle.
Yep.
Okay, so you're here, and you've got your 25 feet of movement left.
5, 10, 15, 20. And I will place the sword on the altar.
Okay, swords on the altar. And then the rest of the command was and retreat. So how do you interpret that?
At this point, he snaps out, right?
No, because
Nope.
he still has to retreat.
I'm going to move here. Away from the sword I played.
Okay. Anything else on your turn? And do you think
Yes.
Gale would interpret that as retreating?
I think so, because I would think I would put the sword, like, in front of me.
Okay.
So I went away from it. And so I'd stepped away from it.
I mean, if he had said, and step
Yeah.
away, sure. But how would you interpret retreating in this situation?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
I think we give it up. I mean, it's a useful sword to have, but
So obviously
It's
you
not worth
have
your
some
life.
options here, right? Which is one is you walk back to the portal. That would be retreating. You could face step back to the portal. That would be retreating. I mean, there's something that falls within the lines of retreating.
Great. All right. So, not grab it and retreat. I
No,
guess.
that would be completely the opposite of what he said.
Okay. Then I will just take a step back and end my turn.
Okay, so you're
You know
consenting
what
that
they
retreat.
say, your life is worth more than a sword.
Okay, so what I will explain to you, you can choose to do this if you want. You are under the effects of the spell until you fulfill its requirement. So I would say going where you're going, you haven't retreated yet, so you can certainly stay there, but the next round you will still be under the requirement of retreating. You won't get your turn, essentially.
Okay, is this retreating?
That's what I'm asking. How do you define retreating? Based on that word, the magic that's altering your mind, what do you think Gale would think retreating means?
I actually was thinking just step away from the sword and they wouldn't attack me, right? So I get to watch what they're going to do.
And you think that would qualify as retreating?
I guess not. I'll go back here and I'll press the star.
Okay.
how
so
much
that-
movement do you have? By the way?
Well, yeah, it would take me a couple turns to do that.
So
It's
it's
interact-
25 to
yeah.
the altar, and then you placed your sword on the altar, so that would be like an action. So I would say you're essentially here with your bonus action still intact. You're still under the effects of the spell. It hasn't worn off yet.
That's great.
I think that's good for you, because
Yeah, I'm not going to face step. I'm not going to burn a face step with these knuckleheads.
Okay, fair enough. So you're still under the effects of the suggestion. Sword is on the altar, and you ended your turn.
The good news about being under the effect, though, is that they won't attack you. That was part of what their agreement was. We won't attack you if you lay your sword down and retreat. That was the whole thing. So
It wasn't
they're
an
not-
agreement, it was just a command.
Right.
Still, I mean, they would break if they broke it. Then they would be little bitches.
Well, they're cultists of an evil cult, so. But all right, so you're going to notice
There's honor
this
among
guy
thieves.
steps up here. He is going to pick the sword up off of the altar and make his way back to here. This one's turn. He's going to move to there. Okay, Harmony's turn.
Okay,
Doing a
Harmony
quick
is.
count, I believe the portal's been triggered twice this round. Does everybody agree?
Yes, twice.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, Harmony, go ahead.
Harmony's gonna say, attack anybody that comes up except for the guy that just went down.
The guy that just went down. Okay.
that he just saw disappear. I mean, that's pretty basic, right?
I will say sure. Yeah.
Harmony is gonna listen to this door.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there's a door behind us.
Blind check, please.
Go ahead.
It's full of healing potion.
It's
Full of items that break suggestion spells.
Is this interact with object?
To open the door, yes. Alright, as you open the door, you notice a balcony out underneath open sky.
Did he drop the hourglass? No. He said he was gonna have it.
He would have
At the
he would have
base.
needed it with him.
He
So
said,
you
"I will
leave it behind."
after I use it.
I still feel like we should search this room. But now might not be the time. Let's go with Sorry, just a sec. I had to refresh. I'm gonna summon up a healing spirit.
So that is concentration. If you cast that, which you can, the spider will go away because that is also concentration.
The staff is focusing on the spider.
Unfortunately, the staff can't concentrate for you. You have to do that part.
Oh my god, it just refreshed. Okay, hold on. How about that? Oh my gosh, I keep getting Roll20 freaking out. Just to let you know, it does show me the whole map, but then I just hit refresh.
It sounds like probably your system is hogging. I can probably turn off the animations. That might help you a bit.
Well, I got my roll in there, right? Before I...
You did, yep. And so that is a mass healing word. You can see everybody in the room, so...
4, and that's... Yeah, I mean... I don't even know if... The other... Who else is in the room with us? Vector?
So you got Hugo, Spectre, and Roland. So everybody except for Gale. Alright, so you target all of them. So this is a level 4 spell. So they're going to get 5 plus 3 from the upcast. That's 8. And then Healing Disciple would be 4 plus 2 is 6. So 14 to all.
And then I'll get some extra.
You will from Blessed Healer, right?
Yes.
Alright, anything else on your turn?
I'll step, into the balcony, but where I can still see everybody.
Okay. Hugo's turn.
Okay. Hugo rushes to the portal.
What?
And looks over at Spectre and says, "Push it when you're ready. We gotta get Gale."
Gale
And-
was.
I say Gale was under their control, I think. He was resisting me. They're not gonna hurt him until he does what they want. Going back
I'm
in
gonna
there,
hurt him.
I don't. I mean, he said he was. He said.
Well, Hugo, well, here's my idea. If I'm gonna go in there and throw a fireball, we're gonna teleport out.
There's mages. They're gonna counterspell you.
They use most of their spells. I can't let Gale just die.
Why don't we wait and see for a few seconds?
Oh my god,
what
he's
happens.
definitely gonna get just murked. All right.
I'll come after you, right? If they counterspell you, then I'll come after with a shatter, and maybe we can get a chunk of them, and then get them back.
And just remember, all within 6 seconds.
All right. So Hugo, if you prepare a spell and you don't, or like ready a spell and you don't cast it, does it use the spell slot?
I always get this one confused. I want to say the answer is yes. If it's not a cantrip, it does burn the slot. Let me double check that though.
I'm pretty sure. Hugo, there's no way this is gonna work. Did you see how many of them there were?
A couple fireballs to do the trick.
Yeah, so when you ready a spell, you cast it as normal, but hold its energy, which you release with your reaction when the trigger occurs. So if you've already cast it right when you ready it.
I feel I can't just let Gale.
No, I'm there with you, buddy.
Yeah. So I'm going to ready my action to cast Fireball. I have to cast it at a 4th level.
Okay.
Well, actually, sorry, I have another question real quick before I know this is taking a long time, but if I'm concentrating on a spell and I teleport away, do I stay concentrating on that spell?
Most likely, yes. So what are you concentrating on right
do
now?
I have to be in range of the spell's casting?
Not necessarily, but if you're trying to like trigger a follow-up spell, it might say like you have to see somebody, and if you can't see them, then you wouldn't be able to trigger it on them. Honestly, unfortunately, it kind of comes down to the specific spell you're thinking of. But right now, I see you've got the hourglass. So what are you concentrating on right now? Or stopwatch?
I'm not sure what I'm concentrating. Oh, Expeditious Retreat.
Okay, so you're concentrating on Expeditious Retreat. If you ready a spell, that will drop, because when you ready, you have to concentrate. So you would lose that, and then you would ready a spell. If you go into another area, cast that spell, it potentially could take effect, and then if you teleport it out, just keep in mind your number of actions here. The portal's been triggered twice, so if you interact with object, you teleport away, you won't be able to use it again this turn.
Yeah, I was going to, since I was gonna ready it till after we teleport in, but it doesn't sound like it's gonna work out. So I will.
There's so many things that can go wrong. We don't know what they're doing. They've been passing their turns. They probably have like a billion readied actions to just like murk you as soon as you show up before you get the spell off.
Yeah, but what's gonna happen to Gale?
We find out in like 3 seconds when he finishes retreating. If he finishes retreating.
So I guess Hugo will use his dash action then to move off the pad.
Okay.
And he moves to here.
Okay, Roland. And in the essence of time here, is anybody trying anything crazy, or are you just watching and waiting for Gale?
Well, I was only going to do something crazy if Hugo was, so I'm just going to pull back. I'm still hasted, so I will, yeah, there's no way of knowing if Gale's on the pad or not. I have no idea what's in that other room, so. Let me think, Adam. Give me 2 seconds.
We just gotta hope he comes back to us. That's what I think.
How many times has the portal been used? 2?
2 this round, yep.
So it won't be able to be used again until next round? Yeah.
No, it can get used once more, but then you can't come back.
If you go in, you're not getting out.
Until Spectre's turn. Which is actually only one other person between you guys, so.
Yeah. All right. Here's my held action, Adam. I'm going to wait And if I don't see Gale come before I feel it's my turn to go again,
You can't
I'm
ready an
gonna-
action based on meta knowledge like a turn.
I see.
It has to be a
All right.
perceivable circumstance.
I'm going to count to 5, and if I don't see Gale, I'm going to rush and hit the button.
So you could ready an action to move, but you can't ready an action to move and then interact with object.
All right, I guess I'll just wait.
We just gotta trust the process.
There's no trust in this damn process. Dodge, and then
They
end
haven't
my
attacked
turn,
him
I guess.
yet. Not that we know that, but
All right, so dodge. Okay, so we're at the next round now. So again, I'll ask, in essence of time, is Spectre planning to do anything crazy before Gale's turn?
I would say it's safe to assume that Spectre has been trying to dissuade people from Leroy Jenkinsing this.
Right.
So I'm gonna say no. That I'm gonna ready an action, and if I see someone make like a cultist do something fucking hostile as shit coming through the portal, then we're gonna attack. But
All right, so you have a ready action to shoot if you see an enemy come through the portal. So
if I see an enemy doing an aggressive thing,
Doing an
so if they
aggressive
just
thing.
come through the portal and don't attack us, then I won't shoot.
Okay. All right, so then we pass by a bunch of turns. Gale, you're still under the suggestion to retreat. So what would you like to do?
I press the button, go to star.
Okay, so you go to star. That takes you here, and I will say that now qualifies as retreating, so you're no longer under the suggestion spell. And because we are at 9:30, we are going to go ahead and end combat there. So we're going to assume you guys are now out of combat, and when we pick up next week, you guys can strategize about exactly what you want to do, knowing what you know now. Make sense? Anybody have any last minute questions?
Yep.
Does the spider attack Gale?
No.
No, I told him to attack anyone except the one that he saw go down.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to stop the recording there. Hang out one sec, guys.